Hello and welcome back. Hope you're good, guys, and doing well, and enjoying your weekend, and obviously getting ready for next week. All right, so weekend obviously wasn't good for the cryptocurrencies. If you guys remember that, crypto market is just simply crashing and bringing a lot of pain for the crypto, you know, investors. All right, those who are expecting that they're gonna have a big run. They had a big run, by the way, and now we are within a correction. So, and even if I have talked about that in previous weekly market outlook, that Bitcoin is setting up for a crash. All right, so first of all, it's a reminder, training is going to start on 20 December. All right, this month. All right, 20 December. And if anyone want to join us, okay, and looking for to get knowledge about wave trading, all right, you can join us now. If you're going to join us now, you're going to have access to the previous training lessons, and obviously you're going to have access to the upcoming one, right, which is going to start on 20 December 2021. Okay, links are there in the description under this video description box. All right, you can get those links from there for further information, or if you are looking to straight away join, you can join from them. All right, or if you're looking for further information, just send me a text over there on those links. All right, so you're gonna have a reply as soon as possible. Again, reminder, 20 December training is going to start. All right, so if you haven't gone through the Bitcoin analysis, which I have already shared or set up, okay, or previously, you can go through that video. So video analysis is there. All right, there is the video analysis. So Bitcoin is setting up for a crash. Okay, I have already told you almost 2 weeks ago. So it hasn't crashed the way I'm expecting the crash to happen, but still it has tested 42k. all right, 42k is being tested. I'm expecting it to go close to 30k. all right, 30, 31, 32. all right, so that's going to be the range where we may see again buying momentum on the Bitcoin and the other coins as well. All right, so I'm gonna look at the previous weekly market outlook analysis which we had last week on Bitcoin. All right, there you got. And then we're gonna look at the previous the updated week analysis. Okay, let's just quickly look at this and understand this. Okay, I'm gonna fast forward so that we can check this. Finish that quickly. When I posted that chart, look at that, how people were commenting on this chart. All right, look at that. Just go and read those comments, and look at this chart now, where it is going right now. It's dropping. All right, so it's dropping. So those who are expecting that the Bitcoin gonna keep rising, they were not aware of the fundamental reasons which we are having now. All right, okay, so fundamental reasons are causing this Bitcoin to go down. Higher inflation was causing this to go higher. All right, and last week COVID came. Everything is just crashing. All right, so what I'm saying, that the higher inflation was causing the Bitcoin to go down last week. All right, and yeah, that was the reason Bitcoin to go higher. All right, so the reason why I was expecting it to go down again, inflation is finding its top or around 6.20 or somewhere there. All right, now let's listen more. It should go higher. Why it is not going higher? Okay, people were expecting that Bitcoin gonna be a safe haven. When something happens in the world, investors gonna go after the Bitcoin and they're gonna save their money over there. Yeah, so Bitcoin gonna play as a safe haven. So it's not playing as a safe haven. It's dropping when the other risk on assets are dropping. So it's playing as a risk on asset right now. All right, so it's a Bitcoin is an inflationary hedge at the moment. Okay, when inflation goes higher, it goes higher. All right, Fed was printing money, it was going higher. Now Fed is saying that they're gonna restrict the inflation, it will drop. All right, so the last week development is a deflationary force. All right, because of lockdown, we may see lower inflation. all right, and that can cause the Bitcoin to go more downside, all right. And that's the reason I'm expecting it to go down. Okay, when something happens in the world, investors don't like that. They want to take the money away simply from they goes into cash, all right, and that's causing the Bitcoin. Whatever right now people are saying that limited supply on the Bitcoin, 21 million coins. Let's just keep buying it, all right, and that's the reason many investors are using that, all right. But when something happens in the world, all right, these things are secondary. No one's gonna look at that. They're gonna run after the safe havens. They're gonna try to save themselves, all right, rather than holding the assets. So there are many other reasons, I have just explained a couple of deflationary forces came last week, and that driving the Bitcoin more lower. So if I'm going to make it more simple, yeah, what to look for in the Bitcoin and how to, what is the bearish trend, as long as price stay below those moving averages, it is a bearish trend. Okay, whenever it breaks up, okay, the next move is coming like this. Okay, break up the moving averages, the next move is coming back to the previous top. I'm not expecting that, all right? I might be wrong on the Bitcoin, all right, but I'm not expecting that, all right? I need to see fundamentals to develop first for the Bitcoin to keep pushing more higher. As I have shown you more downside on the stock market, if that happens, this is not going to rise, okay? This will continue to keep dragging more lower, and highly likely we're going to see more downside on the stock market, all right, in the coming because Fed want inflation. All right, now let's start from there now. Okay, so that was the previous weekly analysis, and I was telling you that it's going down. Okay, so the video which we have just seen on the YouTube, those who are watching us on the trading view, you guys not gonna you haven't it wasn't appearing over there on the trading view, okay, unfortunately. So now let's move on. Bitcoin, okay, so Bitcoin, as I said last week, okay, is going to continue to keep dragging lower all the way back to that low. Okay, so I'm still anticipating it to at least tag that previous low at 30k. Okay, so it has already tagged 42, all right, and just recovered from 42 to 49. All right, so what I was saying in the last weekly market outlook, price to stay below the 4-hour moving averages. Okay, that was the simple analysis which I made over there last week. All right, and price went higher, okay, struggled under the moving averages, and then we got a crash. Okay, so again, I'm making the analysis is more simple for you, not making it more tricky or complex. Again, price to stay below the 4-hour moving averages, these moving averages which are just coming over there, and price to keep the bearish trend intact all the way up to 30k. All right, so now let's look at the daily chart, how that daily chart is going to look like now. All right, so there you got, we got a 40 crash up to 42, okay, but we still got a room over there. It still can run all the way back to that low, okay, and there we may see a buy opportunity, okay, that buy opportunity, okay, and this buy opportunity means that you can start looking for coins which gonna be cheap at that time. After forming that bottom, you should start looking those coins for longer term holding. Okay, again, simple analysis. All right, this bottom 4-hour time frame correction, or any correction which appears over there from 1 hour to 4-hour time frame, you are simply looking for that to break down. Right now the correction which is just appearing over there is a bit sharp correction, and appearing over there on a 15-minute time frame. All right, so it has already broken down. That has broken down. This sharp correction ABC move has broken down, but breakout is not sharp for the downside, okay, which means that we may see another leg higher, and price can test the moving averages somewhere there within 54 to 55 areas before going to continue to keep dragging lower. Okay, so if you understand that the price action, okay, sharp breakdown, aggressive, similar like that, and continue to keep dragging lower. If sharp breakdown is not coming, push up for another leg higher, okay, form that simple ABC move, struggle within the 4-hour time frame moving averages, and then again break down like the way it has done there, okay, and continue its bearish trend all the way up to 32k areas. Hope that makes sense. All right, hope that make sense now, all the way back to the low. So that's the Bitcoin. Now let's move on to the others, and then we're gonna come back to the crypto at the later stage. All right, because crypto market is just simply crashing right now. So the chart you should watch for the next couple of weeks gonna be this, all right, the chart. Okay, so Australian dollar, New Zealand dollar is also coming, you know, back to that previous low. All right, so short-term trade gonna be back to that, or longer term trade go all the way up to 10, or in best case scenario 11 or 12. All right, so last week we were talking about this to go down, all right, after having that one more leg higher. All right, so by the way, the setups which we had over there last week, I haven't posted a lot of setup, by the way. All right, just posted to, you know, setup on the yen pairs, and even I have asked you to look for these opportunities in the previous weekly market outlook. All right, so 5 yen pairs which I have shown you last week, and ask you to, you are chasing these opportunities for the week which have just gone. All right, so all you know, all these opportunities played really well. CAD yen, boom. Right, but before that, you know, Aussie New Zealand dollar. All right, so short-term target reached, then CAD yen, pound yen, again CAD yen. All right, so again pound yen. All right, this is also reached the target. All right, the Lona Tether or Terra. All right, and Aussie yen also tagged, Kiwi yen tagged, CAD yen. You know, short-term targets are tagged. All right, but medium to longer-term targets are still intact. Okay, so pound yen also short-term target tagged. Okay, so the previous week, in the previous weekly market outlook, we were expecting, you know, this to drag lower. Okay, short-term target reached over there at the high, and then expecting this to continue to keep dragging lower, and then give us a buy opportunity over there on this chart from the previous low. All right, so let me bring the old chart, this chart. All right, so what we were expecting this. All right, so again, last week I have explained this chart with so much detail, guys, what to, you know, how you can trade on this. Okay, you can trade either with just the one go, yeah, so buying it just with a one trade, or you can build positions. The lower the price goes, you can build more positions. All right, or if you are not comfortable with doing that, all right, you can, you know, take a one position, calculated risk, and then you can, you know, let the market move. All right, so this is the move which is just happening right now for the downside, and it is again setting up for a buy opportunity. Okay, every time when you see that this pair is coming close to 103, or the max price, we can say that it's 102, 101. All right, so 102, 101 is going to be the ideal price to buy this pair. All right, 101, 102, 103, yeah, 103 is okay. All right, the average price is 103. All right, and if it goes below that, yeah, it's just simply an opportunity to buy whatever below 103. Okay, so I'm expecting it to again test 103 or 102.7. All right, so all these prices are good to buy this pair for longer term or upside. Okay, you know, less risky and high probability trade. All right, this pair is a less risky. Just understand these two words: less risky and high probability. All right, when I say less risky, means that your risk to lose money on this chart is going to be very small. Okay, and high probability means that highly likely the percentage to be profitable on this trade going to be very much high. All right, and now it depends on your risk, how much you are going, you know, going to risk on this. All right, are you going to risk, you know, like let's say 1% or 2%, or you want to risk on this chart, let's say 10% or 20% of your total, you know, account. All right, so it depends on your risk. Yeah, so the movement are not going to be very much high on this pair. All right, for short to medium term. All right, I'm talking about 100 pip move, all right, or 200 pip move, or in best case scenario 300 pip move. But 200 to 300 pip move is not going to happen in one day. Yeah, you're going to be lucky if that is going to happen in one day. All right, it can take, you know, some time, let's say a week or two, to give you a, you know, one, you know, average. Okay, 300 pip move, 2 to 300 pip move. Yeah, but going to take some time. But yes, this is going to be a high probability trade. All right, so depends on your risk, how much you are going to risk to make, you know, profit on these 100 to 200 to 300 pips. All right, so hope that makes sense. So it's coming down. All right, so more downside is possible, and you are looking this to to drag more lower. All right, so the way it is dragging, just simply keep dragging slowly lower. All these areas are, you see, place a lot of alarms over there, so that once price gonna crash, I'm aware that it is in a territory to look for this to go higher, right? So it's coming down, means that you are watching the price to find its floor over there again at the previous low, all right, or 127. Okay, 127 is the previous low. 127 is the lower the price goes, going to be perfect for you to look for this to return. All right, so do not chase it so early. Yeah, it's sitting right now around 136. All right, 136 is okay. All right, but 136 gonna give you 50 pip or max 100 pip move. The lower the price goes, going to be best for you. All right, so you are looking for this support, all right, or this support, all right, or in best case scenarios is 1026. All right, so high probability trade is again there. I'll try my best to post when I see that the price is sitting at the floor, but you are watching it. Okay, so Australian dollar and New Zealand dollar. I'm gonna start from the dollar now. Okay, dollar, dollar index seems to be boring, yeah, these days, because it is making its move, all right, and you don't have a perfect potential opportunities except short-term continuation trades on the dollar index. Okay, so thanks everyone. Those on having some comments on the YouTube, so thanks. So let's finish this, and we're gonna talk about that later on. So dollar index is just simply reversing for longer term, all right. Just a reminder on this 2-week chart, okay, what dollar index is doing right now. Okay, this move is just simply happening. What's the target for longer term? This place, okay, or sorry, that place. Okay, this is the pre-pandemic price. Okay, and I'm expecting price to go all the way up to 100. All right, and as you know that we have spoken about the tapering last week, and Fed, again, dollar strength going to depend how Fed is going to react. I mean, to the Omicron, the new COVID variant. All right, either they are going to wind up QE so aggressively. They have given signal last week. They said that they're gonna 15 December gonna be very important date. They may make decision, all right, or if the new variant, all right, which is putting we are having travel restrictions. Some countries are bringing lockdown restrictions back, all right. If these are going to get worse, then Fed may stick to the original tapering plan which they have announced back, that they're gonna end QE within next 6 months, all right. So it may delay the dollar strength, or dollar can struggle. But again, as I said in the last weekly market outlook, that the bigger picture on the dollar is bullish, and you are just simply sticking to that short-term buying on the dollar, all right, and just stick to that short-term buying. Keep taking your profit off. Do not hold your buying on dollars for longer term. It's gone for you. Okay, and you shouldn't think about that the trade you are looking on the dollar gonna be last much longer period of time. Okay, this is gonna be a continuation trade, and you're gonna be lucky if you're gonna catch that in a one go. All right, so what you are simply looking for the next week, just go to your 4-hour time frame, go to your moving averages. Setup is pretty much ready for the next week. Okay, so trying to break out, and you are simply looking price to hold that. Okay, last week this correction, if you remember, that flag happened. Yeah, no, prices told you that price to hold moving averages. It's holding. All right, now simply you are looking this to stay above for the next week short term trade first. Okay, your target going to be that. All right, and price to hold that. Okay, this is going to be the move you are looking first. All right, back to that top. If going for the aggressive move, you're staying in and looking for this to just continue to keep pushing more higher. All right, it can continue aggressively, even though I'm not anticipating right now. Okay, but possibility exists over there. The reason is that the curve is flattening. All right, so 2/10. All right, so the curve is flattening now, which means that if this keeps dragging lower, all right, If this keeps dragging lower, right now I'm not anticipating it to go all the way back to that low, then we may see again crash on the stock market. Okay, all right, after some time crash. All right, last time we have seen a huge crash when it was, you know, testing the floor and curve is flattening. The lower it goes means that bad days ahead for the stock market. All right, and strength going to be over there on the dollar. Okay, and dollar can continue the way it has done in March last year 2020. All right, and there was the behavior of that price action. All right, so it went lower and then went higher, and then Fed started to intervene in the market, and then we have seen the drop. Okay, so you are sticking to that. Fundamentals are supportive to the dollar. Short term continuation. Okay, if in case it gets bigger. All right, and the way I'm showing another leg lower. All right, if it drop, okay, you are looking this to hold that ABC move, okay, and stay above the moving averages, and short-term target gonna be there, and $100 target gonna be for medium term to longer term on the dollar index. All right, so it's not dropping anytime soon, guys. There is no reason for this to drop. You are just simply looking for this to continue to go more higher. And euro dollar, okay, euro dollar again, get back to the weekly chart. Nothing changed. Fundamentals hasn't changed on the euro dollar. You are just looking this to continue to keep dragging lower. Okay, they're going to be a setup for short term continuation to the downside. Again, I have mentioned that. If you guys remember that, let me bring the inflation chart. All right, if you remember this chart, I have, you know, shown you in one of my weekly market outlook. Okay, there I told you guys this is going to form, I mean, inflation is going to be 0. All right, and euro is not going to sustain its longer term, the trend which we were having on the euro dollar. Okay, and told you that the euro is going to drop. Okay, on higher inflation, you see euro drop. Okay, we see inflation goes down. All right, and then we see strength on the euro. Okay, and when central banks come and start saying that they are going to fight with inflation, you see euro goes down. Okay, or dollar goes higher. So if you guys remember that, then you know what I'm talking about. If you don't, then you may be new to this. Okay, so it's going down. Setup is there simply. Okay, target is target first. All right, so target is this pre-pandemic price. Okay, there is the pre-pandemic price on the euro dollar, and that's the 108 or 107. We can say there's still a lot of potential over there. Okay, any deeper pullback, which I'm not anticipating right now, but in case if that comes, the daily pullback, okay, this is going to be a sell opportunity on it. Okay, now this setup is there on your lower time frame, on a 4-hour time frame. Okay, the setup is very much clear, guys. I don't think I need to talk about that. In the last weekly market outlook, I have told you that this ABC move to break down. All right, this ABC move happened. Price went into the moving averages, held that, and started to drop. Okay, so simple analysis for the next week, price to just simply stay below that red line, okay, or below that price 113.80. Okay, 113.80. Do not go beyond that, and this is your short-term trade. Back to that target. Okay, if it breaks down, perfect. You are looking at it to drag more lower, up to go up to 27 of your you know of this previous impulse. Okay, target gonna be 110. Okay, stay below that price. Told you that, guys. If you remember that, this expanding triangle formation may form last week. Okay, if you remember. So, formed. Okay, and a quick sell-off came. All right, and now it's getting ready for this drop. Okay, that target, short-term target. All right. So once price gonna hit to your short-term target, watch it to break down. Okay, if break down aggressively, stay in. If not, take off your profit. Let the price go back up. I'm not anticipating. I'm just simply anticipating that the price keep dragging more lower. Yeah. So let me tell you a different scenario if that happens. So nothing is going to change. Okay, if it gets bigger, which I'm not anticipating. All right. If that happens, daily correction, as said, on a bigger time frame, still gonna be the sell opportunity. Okay, I'm not anticipating. I see that the setup is ready right. See, as the setup is ready right now. Okay, for you to watch this to continue to keep dragging more lower. Okay, so this is the price which you are watching. That top price shouldn't go beyond this. Okay, a strong sell-off, whatever you want to call that. You can say that ABC move or blah blah. Okay, and this is the trade you are looking. Hopefully you understand that. Okay, this is the chart you are watching next week very, very closely. Okay, dollar chief is not a best chart right now, okay, but you are looking this to also reverse for longer term. Target is, you know, pre-pandemic price. All right, this is the most underrated chart right now among dollar chart. Okay, this is the chart which is gonna move very, very aggressively for upside at some point. All right, and you are looking a very aggressive breakout, and this move, okay, test that top, this short-term trade. Okay, if that's not breaking up, then test this previous low. Okay, test that and then continue to keep pushing more higher. All right, so buy opportunity is just simply setting up for upside. Okay, so trade with care. Okay, right now, yeah, chief is strong, struggling slightly, dollar is struggling against the chief. All right, but setup is in making on this chart. Okay, and my longer term target gonna be that, right, 98. Australian dollar, you know, again said, you know, in the last weekly market outlook, the trend is bearish, and shown you a daily chart over there, the wave. All right, so the daily wave is almost completed. Okay, and right now I don't see setup over there, guys. If you missed, you missed. Okay, that daily, you know, drop. Right now, you know, what I will suggest you to you know, only trade on you know, lower time frame. These are the time frame to trade. Okay, 1 to 4 hour time frame. If it keeps dragging lower, all right, for short term, after having correction in and out, all right, so get in and get out for short term. Do not hold trade for longer term on the Australian dollar, US dollar. Okay, this is, you know, almost, yeah, again, the if you know, curve is going to flatten, then we may see something like that. All right, so crash. I'm not anticipating that it can drag more lower. Yeah, this is out of my, you know, card right now. All right, so what I see that the pullback is going to come on this chart, but that's not ready. Okay, this is not ready, it's not tradable yet, so do not chase that. All right, do not chase, do not start looking for buy, and even short sell up, you know, selling is over. So last week, you know, last week we were expecting, you know, this to, we were simply neutral on this chart last week. All right, so, and I just ignored this chart. If you remember that there was, you know, short-term sell opportunity. Okay, but we just simply ignore this chart. All right, so we were more focused on the pound dollar, and pound dollar is dropping right now, and the next week you're gonna be focused on the euro dollar. All right, so this is just simply going in case if price pull back again for the next week. All right, because tapering is putting more pressures on these charts. Okay, there you see, if pullback come, right, pullback come, and it shouldn't break that trend. Okay, you see that the trend is, price is just simply holding that trend very, very strongly. All right, all these corrections are breaking, nicely breaking down. Okay, so you need another correction, and this short term one more drop. Okay, and back to this previous low. Do not hold that trade. You're gonna sell it at the floor. Do not hold that. Just simply, yeah, just simply watch first for the breakout. Okay, let me zoom in first so that you can understand. All right, so I'm gonna imagine that we're gonna have this kind of correction over there on a 1 hour time frame, and which is gonna extend slightly within the moving averages. All right, like the way it has done there. All right, once price gonna extend that correction, and then you're gonna start looking for this to break down. Okay, something like that. First of all, I'm anticipating that this correction gonna be over there, and then your setup gonna be over there for this. All right, do not trade on this. Okay, do not trade on this. This is very, very risky to trade on that move. You may end up, you know, buying against the trend. All right, and wait for this move to happen. Okay, so when you should start looking for buy, you should start looking for buy when price rise very, very aggressively. Okay, like that, not this correction. and break through that trend for more upside, that's going to be the signal that the price is going to reverse. All right, obviously this is not going to happen without any reason. There are going to be some fundamental reasons behind that aggressive move for upside, which going to break through that trend and going to give you a signal that the trend is going to reverse. I don't see that it's going to happen anytime soon. I see stock market is in a correction, and that's going to extend. As long as correction is not going to finish on the stock market, dollar is not going to drop. All right, as long as stock market is not going to be ready to buy the dip, you shouldn't, you know, sell the dollar. Hope that makes sense, guys. Okay, so it's not ready, but possibilities which I have just shown you, you just follow that. Still can drag more lower. Okay, still can drag. By the way, finally we reached to these lows. Yeah, if you remember that, I was telling you guys the target on this chart gonna be the 20 October lows on 2020. All right, so let me check if I do have that you know, chart. So let's see how that gonna look like. Yeah, so it's dropping more than that. All right, that was just a one, maybe on this chart. Yeah, so we are finally we are testing that 2020 you know, 20 October lows finally now. About it has, you know, given you a lot of good opportunities there. Yeah, those who are following me, there were a lot of good opportunities on this chart. All right, this too, that, yeah, there was a lot of short-term opportunities, and this is just the recent daily wave we had over there. So good luck, and the way I have just explained this chart. Okay, this chart and New Zealand dollar chart too, guys, both are same. All right, New Zealand dollar chart too. All right, so if I'm gonna, yes, there is still some room to test the 20 October lows. All right, so it's 19, but hope you know that it's 20. Yeah, so 20 I'm gonna be over there. So we still have a room over there on this chart to tag the 20 October lows. Okay, it still can drag more lower. See that the Australian dollar against the dollar is testing the 20 October lows. All right, but New Zealand dollar is not testing the October lows. Okay, which means that New Zealand dollar is still strong against the dollar. All right, and that's the reason Australian dollar, New Zealand dollar is dragging more lower. All right, so Australian dollar, New Zealand dollar is dragging lower. All right, Australian dollar is weaker than the New Zealand dollar. All right, so that's creating opportunity on Australian dollar, New Zealand dollar. All right, so the slower this pair drop, New Zealand dollar, the slower the New Zealand dollar drop against the dollar, and the quicker the Australian dollar drop against the dollar, the lower the Australian dollar, New Zealand dollar gonna go and gonna create opportunity for you to buy. All right, but what's gonna happen then? All right, so New Zealand dollar, you know, can get weaker once we're gonna see bottom over there on the Australian dollar, New Zealand dollar. The New Zealand dollar gonna get more weaker quicker than the Australian dollar. All right, and we're gonna see buy opportunity over there on the Australian dollar, New Zealand dollar. Okay, reason why New Zealand dollar behave that way. All right, it's a small country, small currency, we can say that. All right, and which moves, you know, quicker than the other major currencies. All right, and the movement on the New Zealand dollar tells us that what is going to happen with the rest of the major currencies. All right, like Australian dollar, pound, or euro, how they are going to do. All right, so it's falling very, very slow, creating opportunity on the Australian dollar, New Zealand dollar for you. Okay, so it still can drag more lower. Analysis is very much same like the Australian dollar and New Zealand dollar. Okay, so still can drag more lower. Yeah, so if I'm gonna pull out my moving averages again, if it pulls back within the 1 hour moving averages and past the 1 hour trend, you are looking just it to keep dragging slowly lower. All right, this short-term continuation trade, how far it goes, just follow that. Short-term target gonna be this previous low. Okay, and once price gonna break out very aggressively, then it is going to reverse the trend. Okay, I'm not anticipating the reversal yet. All right, And I'm anticipating short-term continuation for more downside all the way up to this 20 October lows 65 areas. Okay, 65, 50, 65, 60, whatever. All right, but it still can drag slowly more downside. Okay, if I'll see setup is over there. Yeah, if you want to see where was the setup on this chart, just simply go to my YouTube profile. All right, and you're gonna see, you know, when it was forming a sell opportunity, you're gonna find that there. Okay, and that's too old. All right, that's very old. The daily one, right? Yeah, just watch New Zealand dollar setups over there when it was developing that bigger daily wave. Let's move on. Okay, so pound dollar. So there was the opportunity last week, and still opportunities are there on this chart. Okay, so it can drag all the way up to this 20 October lows. All right, I told you that this pair can go all the way up to 32 when it was somewhere there, I think, somewhere there. So now it is going up to 32. At that time, people, were not agree with me that it can drop that much, from 40 to 32 or 30. Now it's happening right now. All right, so it still can drag more lower. So you don't have a big trade on this chart. You only can trade for continuation to the downside all the way up to 20 October lows. So last week there was the opportunity on the pound dollar. All right, and had that drop on this chart. Okay, there you got. So this opportunities is almost tag the target. All right, all the way back to that low. All right, so if I'm gonna go back to this weekly chart, yeah, still can drop for more downside all the way up to 28.90. all right, and simple analysis, guys. Price to your 4-hour moving averages are far away. Okay, you are not looking correction to go that much far away. If I'm gonna make it simple analysis, if you already into the trade, okay, and even I have explained that in the previous weekly market, or look that, guys, you are watching this correction to slightly get bigger. All right, so it hasn't gone bigger. Okay, it's broken down and then simply went into that flat formation and then broken down. All right, then broken down and then again gave us a chance. So let me tell you a different thing here. Okay, so why I said that the euro dollar chart trade you are watching very closely. All right, so there you see that you got a strength there. All right, so you got a strength there on dollar against the pound. All right, but you haven't got the strength there on the dollar against the pound, against the euro. All right, so it's testing the bottom. All right, and this opportunity is still there for you. So you are watching that for the next week. All right, so others even gone below that. New Zealand dollar and Australian dollar broke the previous floor. Okay, they gone below that. So what to do? Okay, so wouldn't suggest you to watch the breakout and look for this. Okay, this is not the trade you are searching over there. You may end up with messing up. All right, so if pullback comes, that pullback, all right, and price is going to visit that low, then you are paying attention at this area, this price, and pound to keep that trend continue to keep dragging more lower. Okay, if I'm gonna pull out the horizontal rate, that's you need to see pullback up to that much far away before you start chasing again that trade. Okay, so the trade very much gone. Okay, it was the timing to chase that trade, so trade is gone from there, almost reached the short-term target. Okay, but we may see more downside on it. As I said, that price can go all the way up to October lows, right? 20 October lows. Yeah, so this is the potential we still may see. So waiting for pullback, all that top flat formation, continue to keep dragging lower. Okay, if that's not happening, then break down more. Okay, leave the correction. Okay, and then start correcting again. Okay, and continue to keep dragging more lower all the way up to October lows. Okay, so I'm not anticipating breakup. All right, this breakup I'm not anticipating, but in case if that happens, that may change the trend. So we need to see fundamental for that to happen. So as long as price coming close to your moving averages and struggling to break above, all right, first of all, you're watching 1 hour moving averages, all right, correction to come within the 1 hour moving averages. If price broke through, then 4 hour moving averages, okay, then correction gonna get bigger. Oh, that makes sense. All right, so dollar CAD. Okay, so dollar CAD also go to 20 October high. Okay, so 20 October got high gonna be over there. Okay, so last week we were expecting the target gonna be that. So price is almost reached to that target, and setup was there on the dollar CAD last week. If you remember, I told you guys market was closing very aggressively, you know, bearish or risk off sentiment, and you need to watch for the correction. Okay, so where we closed there the last week, all right, and we have seen this correction last week, and I was expecting it to correct there. Okay, that correction, it corrected, and the next move is just simply happening over there. Okay, so there was a nice, you know, buy opportunity for the next leg, and this leg is just simply happening over there, like similar. So we were expecting these legs from there. Okay, let me tell you where I went wrong on this. Okay, even though we haven't got price action for that, but we are, you know, the first correction. Let me bring this chart. Okay, that was the time when, you know, there was the possibility for another leg lower. Okay, this leg lower, when fundamentals were not clear, and there was the possibility that it can drag more lower before going to continue to go higher, going higher. Okay, then what happened? We got a price action over there, and fundamentals started to build in dollar direction. Okay, so November. Okay, November came. You guys know that policy change came in November from the Fed side. Okay, and then price started to set up the trend for upside on the dollar CAD. Okay, and the previous correction we had on the dollar CAD was that. Okay, so the correction which appeared from the bottom, and the next one we were expecting on the dollar CAD was this. Okay, this broke out too, and the recent one I have just shown you. Okay, that's the recent one. All right, where we were wrong. Okay, where I was wrong. Okay, I was expecting it to form expanding triangle right there, another leg lower. That didn't happen. Okay, we didn't see another leg lower. Okay, I was expecting that price gonna fall back, gonna give us that expanding triangle, and then again we're gonna have, you know, run up for the upside. We didn't see that. All right, and price is intacting that trend for upside. Okay, now what to do now? So if you understand that chart, the dollar CAD chart, which I have just shared you from there, all right, you may have missed the move. Okay, you may have missed that move. And if you are going to chase this chart, okay, you need to understand that where you are going to chase that chart for more upside. All right, so yeah, I'm not anticipating another fall like that back to that low. All right, but if fundamentals are going to develop into that direction and dollar is going to drop, then we will change our view on the dollar CAD, and we'll start looking for this to go down. I'm not anticipating simply cross on that direction. Okay, what I'm anticipating, like the Australian dollar. All right, let me tell you in a different way. Like the Australian dollar is just closed below your 20 October lows. Okay, the reason why Australian dollar closed below 20 October, because Australian dollar is not having support from the oil, and CAD is having support from the oil. That's the reason CAD is still strong against the dollar. Okay, we are testing that 20 October lows. We still got some room over there on this chart to run all the way back to that low. All right, we're testing. Okay, and even we broke that on Australian dollar. We still got a room. All right, and we still can see more downside, and price can break these tops or bottom on the dollar CAD and still can run. So if you are looking dollar CAD to go into that direction, okay, this might be a trade against the trend. We need to see fundamental to change. Okay, the way I have explained over there. All right, there So short-term trade gonna be over there on the dollar CAD again on corrections that we have explained over there on the Australian dollar, US dollar. All right, if short breakup come on the Australian dollar or on the New Zealand dollar or on the pound dollar or on the euro dollar or or any other dollar chart, okay, this is going to give us a signal that the dollar is going to get weaker. I'm not anticipating that right now, but in case if anything happens or Fed is going to do something regarding to their policy, then we may see a drop on the dollar. Okay, so still trend is there intact, and if you see that the dollar CAD is going to fall back, let's say in a bigger, you see that what happened last week, let me tell you. All right, yeah, so numbers were really good on the CAD. Labor data was really good on the CAD, and it dropped. So those who are watching me on the trading view, guys, sorry, you're not gonna see my drawing. All right, so I'm actually drawing on my charts, all right, using a pen. All right, but those who are on trading view, you may not see that drawing, guys. Sorry for that. Okay, so it recovered very, very aggressively. There was a buy opportunity on the dollar CAD, all right, because the dollar was gaining, yeah, and it formed opportunity. I was expecting it to tag that low and then go higher, but it recovered very, very aggressively for upside. So same again, okay, pull back. All right, so first of all, what to do if you are already chasing, after these corrections, the corrections which I have explained in the last weekly market outlook. All right, so you are looking this to continue, okay, break through the 129 area. Okay, 129 area is the previous top, break through and then start falling again for, let me zoom out. Okay, then again fall back. You see that those moving averages may are helping those who, before that I was using just clean chart and maybe was making wasn't making sense for those who are who are looking on my blank charts. Because where were the setup? Just let me tell you quickly, guys. Where were the setup? Okay, so the setup first, which I have just shown you, was there. Okay, that correction breakout, or you can get into the market before the breakout. The next setup was there. All right, there on that, showing you that chart too. All right, so there was the setup, but we didn't chase that. As I said to you, we were expecting an expanding triangle there before going to continue. All right, so it went higher. So the next setup was there, we didn't chase that. Okay, the opportunity formed over there. Next one, the recent one there. Okay, so where were the opportunities? Whenever price was coming and struggling beyond the moving averages, that's the buy signal. This is a very common strategy, guys. Yeah, many traders just simply use that strategy, price to come back within the moving averages and price to hold that and continue its trend. Okay, but it doesn't work straight away. Yeah, it is not going to work straight away. You need to understand the whole market before the dips within the moving average is going to work for you for the trending moves. All right, so you can take these short-term trades, or you can hold that in a one go all the way back to that top like that. Okay, those were the opportunities. So similar opportunity you are looking again on the dollar CAD for the next move. Okay, so price need to fall back before you're going to start trending, start looking for a trending move for more upside. Okay, fall back again, and you are looking price to hold these moving average, this low or that previous low, and your first target gonna be that top, or as I said, you're gonna be lucky if it is going to rise very, very aggressively all the way back to that top. So you're looking that way. All right, hope that makes sense. All right, so the opportunity is very much gone over there. All right, so these are the dollar pairs. Now I'm gonna look at the dollar yen, and then I'm gonna go one by one on the others. All right, so dollar yen, as said, looking for this to go down for longer term. All right, and it started to drop. That's the move. This is the only chart you are looking dollar to get weaker. This chart, why we are looking this chart, I have explained to you that, guys, why we are buying the dollar on others and looking to sell the dollar against the yen. All right, so in a simple word, I can say that when central banks are looking to raise the interest rate, okay, so yen is going to be the best currency to play as a safe haven. So that's the major reason. All right, now central banks are looking to tighten their policy, and nothing better than the yen right now. All right, yen even have made its move, the daily and weekly move. All right, and both are safe haven currencies. Okay, if we're gonna have higher rates on the dollar, all right, then you know, we may see, you know, yen gonna, you know, start playing as a yeah, higher rate simply on dollar gonna put pressure on the stock market, right? Stock gonna drop, okay, and then eventually gonna bring strength on the yen. Yen is already getting strong, all right, against the other majors, all right, risk on currencies. So yen gonna be much better position than the dollar when stock gonna go lower, okay. So we're gonna see a drop on it. So dollar even is not going to sustain its trend even on higher interest rates if Fed going to raise the rates, all right, and that's going to cause the dollar yen to go down. Okay, so we got a correction, the correction which I was talking about last week. All right, so you're looking simply price to just keep breaking down. All right, okay, so I'm not anticipating, all right, I'm not anticipating again. Have shown you short on the euro dollar, all right, and the buy on the dollar chief. All right, so if you are trading on the euro dollar short, all right, and buying the dollar chief, all right, then you shouldn't be a seller over there on this chart for the downside. Okay, so we may see another leg higher like that. I'm not anticipating that. Okay, I'm not anticipating. I'm anticipating that this time this correlation gonna break down. All right, so weaknesses on this drop on this stock, all right, gonna bring this down, gonna bring the euro dollar down, and gonna you know, move the dollar chief higher. Yeah, so if this correlation is not going to break, yeah, we may see another leg higher on the dollar against the yen. So make sure you understand that this possibility exists over there before we're gonna have a bigger drop on the dollar yen. Okay, so what you are looking, the correction which is just appearing over there, you are looking that correction to hold, right? Yeah, another move back to that top, hold that short term, you know, one more leg higher and continue its trend. All right, so if I'm gonna make it more simple, guys, for you, as long as price stay below that top, right, so you're looking dollar yen to keep dropping lower. All right, so the top we had all right, so this is the actually price you are watching. All right, so let's make it this. All right, so 114 is the price to watch for longer term drop on the dollar yen, or even for short term. 114, yeah, the max price, this correction max top of that correction. Okay, price shouldn't go beyond that 114, and the trend needs to stay intact for more downside, or let's just stick to your 4-hour moving averages. All right, if price pull back up to 4-hour moving averages, you are looking this trend to continue to stay intact for more downside. I wouldn't suggest you to go for buy. If you're buying the dollar against the yen, better to stay away. It's time to sell the dollar yen. It's time to sell the chief yen. All right, because these two charts are still behind. If you miss the trades on the other yen pairs, you remember. Hopefully you remember. Okay, what I said. These are the charts for the last week. All right, okay, dollar, CAD yen, Aussie yen, Kiwi yen, chief yen hasn't dropped yet. All right, pound yen, and these were the 5 charts where I was telling you last week that, guys, you should watch these charts to catch the next trade. Okay, even I haven't posted 5. All right, I have posted only, you know, 1, 2, 3, and 4 yen charts. All right, so posted these 4, you know, charts. Even pound yen as well. Yeah, but pound yen already covered there. So those were the 4 charts, 4 trade. So if it pulls back, 4-hour time frame moving averages stay trending, hold the trend, and longer term downside. Okay, so your medium term target going to be this low. All right, that low. Short term target going to be within these areas. So it depends on your, you know, way of trading, guys, how long you hold your position. Either you're a short-term trader, medium, or looking to hold your trade for longer term. All right, but it's found its top over there for longer term at 1550. All right, so euro yen, let's go to the CAD yen. Okay, let's start from there. yes, there you should pay attention. Still, you can catch that trade. If I'm gonna bring the Uzi yen, okay, as said, I think I don't need to explain again. All right, what I have explained, the Australian dollar tagged 20 October lows, all right, and dollar CAD hasn't tagged that 20 October low, highs. Okay, where are the 20 October highs? There, yeah, you already got that line over there. There you got the 20. So you got a room, all right, on the dollar CAD. So similar way, the way dollar CAD got a room to run for more upside, okay, similar way, the Uzi yen, all right, Uzi yen is about to tag your previous low, right? This previous low, Uzi yen is tagging that previous low, all right, and or let me go to the daily time frame. All right, so where price is right now, the price is tagging that previous low, all right, and still got a room to run more downside up to this low, Uzi yen, okay, this low. Or let me tell you in a different way, easy way where you can understand that more quicker than this. Okay, so there you can see there was the daily moving averages. Yeah, so price, heavily gone down from those daily moving averages. Okay, but price is still playing under the moving averages over there. Okay, there is a room. Okay, there is a room. So you see that move? There is a room to run on the CAD yen. So there is still potential on this chart. You can catch that. Okay, last week that potential gone, but there is still potential. You can chase that on the CAD yen, guys, for the next week. Hope that makes sense now. All right, or in another way, prices right now testing that 21st of September. All right, you still gotta, where is the 21st of September is coming? All right, there you 21st of September is coming. All right, there. So you still got a room. All right, price still can go and can test that. So there is potential. Hope that makes sense. Hope that makes sense. Let's go back and let's look at the CAD yen on lower time frame. Where is the opportunity? There you got. Okay, hope makes sense. Yeah, hope that makes sense. And in best case scenario, okay, again, best case scenario, the best case scenario comes there, right? Where is the 20 October lows on this chart? There. Okay, that's the best case scenario. 20 October lows is way below on this chart. All right, there is the longer term target. Okay, so we may see all the way back to that low, and I'm anticipating this time this to go that much far away. Okay, change gonna come there at this floor, okay, where we may see our change in the trend or change for the next move. Okay, yeah, so I'm not like that. Okay, this structure, so I'm not anticipating right now this move. Okay, I'm anticipating first of all that target. All right, this target, or best case scenario 20 October going to be the target. Hope that makes sense on a bigger picture. Now let's just break down. If you still want to understand that on a lower time frame, this is the video you should watch. Okay, CAD yen is ready for the next bearish wave setup. It was a short-term trade. Okay, so short-term trade has already happened. Okay, it was there on a 2-hour time frame. So it was even there on a 1-hour time frame first. Let me bring the chart first. So CAD yen at the yeah, so this was, yeah, before this correction I have posted that video. I think within this I was talking about this video I was talking about the breakout of this. Even I have we have spoken about that in the weekly market outlook as well. Okay, that trade happened. Okay, and then waiting for this next leg to come on the move I'm showing on the CAD yen happened over there on lower time frame, guys. All right, so this, okay, so this happened. All right, then came back, the next wave happened. All right, and the 2-hour time frame happened over there last week, right? So I have to find that 2-hour time frame chart. Yeah, this is the the video analysis. Okay, so breakout which we were expecting. So we got a breakout, price went lower, short term test that, and then again went back on a 2-hour time frame. I do have that chart, but it's going to take some time to find out that chart from my previous chart. So let's just stick to the update, because there was the opportunity. The next opportunity formed. First one again formed there, second one formed there. With the trending move we are looking, and the third one formed there. All right, so all went down. Okay, so we still got a potential. Okay, so potential is still there. So still got a potential over there. So 300 pip moves still left over there. All right, from this previous low. Okay, so if you were short-term target reach, short-term target reach, short-term target reach. Okay, and if you're planning to hold it for medium term or longer term, all right, to the downside, this target, this hasn't reached yet. Okay, and you need to show patience before price. It may tag within next week. All right, it may tag within a couple of hours this low. I'm expecting a sharp sell-off on this chart too. All right, it can fall very, very aggressively. Okay, so what to do if you haven't catch any single pullback? All right, not this one, not that one. Okay, so possibility first of all, you are looking this to just simply go back, like the dollar CAD chart which I have just shown you. Go back again, struggle below those moving averages. Okay, and first of all, this short-term target back to that low, and in best case scenario, just fall through all the way back to that low quickly. Okay, if this is not, you shouldn't trade into this move. Okay, these are not the moves you should trade. These are not the trade you should chase. Okay, you should chase this move. That's the move you should chase, aggressive move to the downside. Okay, if that's not coming, no worry, let that go. Okay, let that go down, and then again start correcting. Okay, then again correct the way it has done there. Okay, and then continue its trend to the downside. So potentially still there. If you missed all those corrections, okay, you are waiting for another pullback. Pullback gonna start from 1 hour time frame, and if it gets bigger, it can get bigger up to 4-hour time frame. All right, it can go up to 4-hour time frame. All right, let me go back to that 4-hour time frame. I'm not anticipating it to go right now, to go that much far away. Okay, like that, not expecting that. Okay, but yes, it can come there, and moving averages, 4-hour time frame moving averages can hold it for more downside. Still gonna be a 4-hour time frame correction. Hope that makes sense. I'm spending a lot of time on this chart, guys. There is potential, and up to you guys now. You should trade on that or not. Okay, now let's move on to the Aussie yen. It's gone, but still continuation trades can happen on a very small time frame. Okay, this is the bigger time frame structure. I'm not gonna pay a lot of gonna spend a lot of time on this chart. All right, because the potential is going to be very much, over, we can say that. Yeah, so those charts, those yen charts which are sitting at the previous floor, so potential is over on those charts. Okay, so last week same trades I was showing even on this chart in the weekly market outlook, same chart, same formation, everything was same, like the CAD yen. Okay, these charts are there. Okay, if you don't understand these corrections, you don't know how these corrections, how to watch, then keep it simple. Moving averages are there. They're gonna help you to understand that up to which level corrections can go. Yeah, you just simply can follow these moving averages. It's not hard. You can go to my profile on TradingView and you can find those moving averages from there. So again, same trade was there, like the CAD yen. Okay, again watching for expanding triangle formation, and it happened. Yeah, so price was there last week when I was talking about that this correction to happen. During the last week, it happened. Short-term correction hit the target, and then expecting that expanding triangle. Yeah, so came, and then it was setting up for the next leg. Yeah, so next leg target, short-term target was reached. Okay, but 27 as explained in the video, yeah, on the YouTube. So if you held that trade, you're still holding that trade. Okay, so price is still going for 127. All right, in this video. So you can, it is, where was the 27? Even it has gone beyond that 27. All right, this 27 7 of this previous impulse, gone beyond that. So we still got a room over there. Okay, hope that makes sense. You got the idea, guys, that what has happened over there. Okay, you are still target gonna be that low, right? This low, if you are still holding that trade all the way from that previous top, this daily top. Okay, so where we are right now, 78.90, 77.90 still can be chased. Okay, if I'm gonna pull out my Australian dollar and US dollar chart, all right, the way this chart has broken down, you see there, chart has broken down that previous low and gone beyond that previous bottom, previous floor there. All right, it's almost gone with 130 pip, drop below that 130 pip. So similar way we may see drop below that. Okay, so price still can go beyond this low, can break down, okay, and can fall. So how far this go, we'll see that. Any bounce off from these levels, okay, any bounce off from these levels within these areas will change, okay, the pattern, the structure. I'm not anticipating that. I'm anticipating first of all it to also go up to 20 October lows, where the Australian dollar, US dollar is sitting right now. Okay, so let's bring that somewhere there within this area. Okay, so we still got a room breakout. Okay, this is where the Aussie yen is sitting. Australian dollar is testing the October lows. We still got a room, we still got a potential on it. What to do? Just simply follow the lower time frame. Any pullback, not sharp move, any pullback gonna give us a short-term continuation trade at this floor, okay, at that floor, and that can break down that floor and can go much lower. Again, we don't have that correction. We closed strong bearish this week as well. The previous week, last week we closed strong bearish there, and next correction happened, next wave happened. All right, and again we need correction for more downside for this trade. Okay, moving averages are coming, you're watching that, and if I'll see that the opportunity is ready, then we'll share. Again, I'm same analysis. I don't think so I need to talk about that a lot. All right, so 20 October lows way below should be there. Okay, this got a room to run. It's got a more room to run. It's stronger because of the higher interest rate. Explained that to you before. We got a room, okay, huge room. Yeah, we'll see. But again, similar analysis, similar price action. You are looking the way I have explained on the, Australian dollar. Let me bring out the EVN chart if I do have that. Yes, I do got that. Okay, simply we are going. Okay, we are simply going for this next leg is just simply happening. Okay, and the video setup was also there on this chart. All right, so the next move is just simply happening over there. Okay, from this top and happening, and the next correction formed and broken down. Low again closed. Strong bearish. Okay, nothing new. The analysis is very much simple, guys. You are watching another correction. Hope those moving averages made your life so much easy. If my charts were complex before you, right? So again, if I'm gonna pull out some, risk reward ratios, these are the moves you are looking. Okay, price to tag the moving averages and hold that, and short term target gonna be these, or medium term target gonna be that. All right, so removed. Okay, another pullback to form. Yeah, same like this previous one. Hold that and continue. This is going to be the target. All right, that's going to be the target. Okay, let's move on. All right, so again, the way I have explained the other two pairs, there you are watching very, very closely. This is the chart. Okay, may take some time, guys. Do not rush. All right, and we may see a quick drop on this chart. Okay, so when you are trading on this chart, make sure you trade with care. All right, and use proper risk reward ratio, and try to get into the trade as much good price as you can, and And once you see that this sharp aggressive drop is going to come on this chart, okay, then you know, hold it for more downside. Okay, so my October target gonna be way below on this chart, somewhere there. There you got. Okay, all right, so the target I'm anticipating on this chart gonna be that much far away. All right, this. Okay, but the short-term target's going to be within this flat formation. All right, and this is longer-term target. All right, and the medium-term target going to be within that channel, within these areas you are targeting. Okay, now let's simply go to the lower time frame, find out our, you know, place to short on this chart for the next week, and short-term as well. Okay, so again, if I'm going to make it more simple for you, you are looking for price to stay below that moving average, simple smooth and moving average. Okay, red line, price to just simply stay below that and keep struggling under that smooth and moving average and break down aggressively to the downside. Okay, simple analysis. Do not close above that. Okay, if this is simply going to change this sell setup, break above that is going to change the sell setup. I'm not anticipating, I don't see that is going to happen. What I see that the price is going to break down back to that low for short term and on a bigger time frame, as I have just shown you. Okay, so if I'm going to make it more simple, that's what you are looking, price to hold that and this expanding triangle to, you know, continue to keep dragging lower. So your short term target going to be within these areas. If you have already managed to get in, all right, so you're looking another aggressive leg lower. As I said, use proper risk reward ratio. Do not you know, all right, so you are looking that aggressive move. All right, that aggressive move, use proper risk reward ratio. All right, do not you know, trade. All right, let's make it 60 pip. Yeah, reasonable stop loss. Okay, so short term target gonna be that, and in case we're gonna see aggressive sell the way I'm anticipating, all right, then go all the way back to this previous low. All right, that. All right, so let's make a different analysis, or your life gonna get easier with that. All right, let's use the Australian this time. Previously I used, you know, euro yen charts. Well, let's just use this. All right, so again, let's make a you know, date analysis. Price is just heading towards that 20 August low on the Aussie yen. Okay, just about to tag that. All right, or let's pull it there. So right there. Okay, so where were the price on 22nd of August? At that bottom on the Aussie yen, and price is just reversed there and testing that low. All right, and on 20 August price was there, and you still get a room to run on this chart. Okay, and the next time when price was there on the 22nd of September, it was sitting over there. All right, so we are already tagging that. We are already tagging that low. That's called correlation, guys, simply. Okay, the analysis which I'm making here, I'm using correlation. Okay, using correlation to figure it out that the next potential opportunity, right? So still got a room to run. Said many times to you guys, this is the dollar yen and chief, they fall later on, after once we see that the risk on currencies moved. All right, so hopefully that makes sense to you now, guys. Okay, the potential is there. Yeah, so it may take some time to drop. Yeah, this pair still may take some time, it may not. Yeah, there is possibility that the move which I'm anticipating aggressive is not going to happen, you know, soon. Okay, but this is going to happen, that's for sure. Okay, may take some time because both currencies are safe haven right now, and the stock market is dropping, and which is causing the strength on the chief and yen on both currencies. Hope that makes sense. That's what you are looking. If you don't want to trade that way, don't want to get into the trade under the moving averages, then simply looking for a breakout. All right, if you like to trade on breakout, and this is what you're looking, breakout and continue. Dollar yen we have already seen. Euro yen, not much interested on this chart, guys, as said last week. Okay, but again, it can drop all the way up to 20 October lows. All right, 20 October lows come somewhere there. Okay, it has the potential to go that much far away. Right now, I'm not anticipating. All right, I don't see. Okay, I see that move is coming. Okay, but we don't have price action. Wouldn't suggest you to trade either direction on this chart at the current price. Okay, if you are trading on lower time frame, I personally don't see setup over there right now. All right, and if I'll see setup during the week on this chart, I'll try my best to share to you. Yeah, and sideways market still tradable on lower time frame for small trades. Yeah, but that's risky because directional trade is not there yet on it. All right, if you want to understand that, directional trades, I have posted many times this chart, euro yen chart for directional trades or continuation trades. Okay, so just go watch, so you're gonna learn something. All right, or yeah, I will ignore this chart simply for this week. Okay, and this is the structure which we are having. Okay, so it can break down and can go all the way up to that 20 October lows. Okay, or we may see another leg higher. Okay, a kind of neutral analysis I'm showing you. All right, I'm not anticipating that move. We need to see again fundamental reasons for that to break out and continue to go higher. All right, so continuation trade would not suggest you to chase that. Possible, you can chase that. If I see during the week that it is breaking down and the continuation trade is happening, we'll try my best to share that chart with you guys. Okay, pound yen, again another good chart. All right, so same analysis like the euro yen. All right, so it has reached to the floor. All right, the daily bottom reached on this chart. Shown you that chart last week as well, guys, and told you that when it was rising, people were more interested to know that what's happening. All right, they were not prepared what's going to come on this chart next. All right, so they may have missed completely the drop which I was talking about. All right, yeah, that daily drop. Okay, we have reached that low again. 20 October gonna be somewhere there within these areas. Okay, somewhere there within these areas, and it has the potential to drop that much far away. Right now there is no reason. If anything happens unexpected in the stock market, then we may see a sharp sell-off over there. Okay, and then we need continuation trades all the way back to that low. Right now, a kind of neutral analysis I'm going to show you on lower time frame. We still may see another leg higher or breakdown and continuation to the downside. Okay, so last week's setup was there on YouTube. Okay, that was the last week. Yeah, continuation trades were there on the CAD yen, on the pound yen, and let me bring some chart on it. All right, so last week what we were expecting, 1 hour time frame correction. It happened and broke down. Okay, it's 30-minute correction. Explained that in my video analysis as well. That was the opportunity. Okay, and the reference chart was the pound dollar. Okay, the reference chart was pound dollar. All right, so was breaking down, and when price tag the short term lower. All right, we were expecting it to go for an expanding triangle formation, and then again continue to keep dragging more lower. You see that all these yen charts which I have just shown you, there was a one formation which appeared over there on these yen chart, and that was the expanding triangle or running flat, we can say that. All right, the next setup was forming over there on that top. Okay, and it just simply went lower. All right, and the recent one which I'm talking about gonna be is this video. All right, when I was asking you to look for a breakout on the pound yen. Okay, so breakout happened on the pound yen, and it is just going for the next leg lower on lower time frame. All right, after we had this correction. Okay, there was the possibility for this pair to go that much far away. So there was the possibility for this pair to go that much far away. Yeah, in my video analysis, I was expecting slightly push more higher and then hit that top and then drag. All right, the one price was struggling there. All right, and then we were looking for this to continue its trend. All right, so we were looking for this 5-minute correction to continue, these 5-minute corrections to continue. Again, price slightly went higher, tagged, and hit that top and then struggled to go beyond 150 or 180, 150.80, and then we had the next leg lower. Okay, but the trade was there, was the breakout, and was there on Friday. All right, so it happened, and the price is just simply sitting at the floor. Again, short-term trades are still possible over there. Okay, again, pull back and continue to keep dragging more lower. Okay, so short-term trade only, guys, the way I have just shown you on the Australian dollar. Okay, it can break down these previous low and still can slightly go more lower simply. Okay, any 1 hour time frame pullback you see, just tag that low. Okay, let's go quickly. Same analysis on NOK. Go to the weekly chart. Same analysis, go to the daily chart. Yen strength you are looking for, still can test that bottom. Small potential is still there. Okay, 1 hour time frame correction. Okay, pull out your moving averages. All right, looking for another pullback and continuation trade for the downside. Okay, 1 hour time frame pullback. Okay, 1 hour time frame pullback, stay below the moving average. The short-term target gonna be this, the previous low. All right, or can this previous low. Okay, first that previous low, short-term, yeah, short-term target breakdown. Keep dragging more downside, short-term trades. Okay, so same setup gonna be over there. All right, so if I'm gonna pull out 20 October lows, all right, so this is the barrel chart. Okay, so 20 October lows, that's the 20 October lows, about to tag that, and 1 hour time frame setup gonna be same. All right, so just simply pull back, all right, within the moving average or flat formation and continuation all the way back to that 20 October lows. All right, and if you miss that, miss the yen pairs, guys, do not chase them at the bottom. If you understand, okay, if you understand, then okay, 1 hour time frame correction, chase them. If you missed, all right, there is potential, as I have just shown on the CAD yen. Okay, there is potential, some potential on the Aussie yen, some potential, yeah, on the Kiwi yen. If you miss these charts from the top, okay, then would not suggest you to chase them now. You missed the major part of these moves. All right, you only can trade for short term on lower time frame. If you know how to do that, you can do that. If you don't know, you miss the major move. You shouldn't play with the risk now. Okay, so last week on the Nikkei index we were expecting it to drop. Okay, so it dropped, and this is the structure. All right, so 20 October lows are far away on the Nikkei index. I'm even not anticipating it to go that much far away, but anything can happen. Okay, as said, if curve is going to flatten, then stock market can crash for the big time. Okay, and it can visit to that 20 October lows. Yeah, so for a while this is the place where you are paying attention. Okay, and hold that and a continuation trade all the way back to that top. Not yet, it's not ready yet. Okay, yeah, more we are having correction. Okay, and that correction can break down. If that correction break down, then the yen pairs you are already chasing. Okay, on 1 hour time frame I have already shown you that. So you are buying the yen. S&P 500, okay, if you are trading on the S&P 500, as said previously, you are simply looking for a correction. Okay, and correction is expected, and I do have a chart. Let's bring those charts quickly and then oh. Okay, so even I have shown you previously, guys, that the correction is due on the indices. People just simply being surprised now, yeah, because of the new COVID variant, and the stock market is dropping. All right, and to be honest, all right, I was aware that is going to happen. All right, so 2 months ago I was aware that this is going to come. All right, my calculation, my analysis, my research was showing that the stock market is going to drop. Now people are being surprised that stock market, they are being surprised that the Omicron, the new Delta variant, all right, is playing the role for the stock market to drop. No, all right, so market was preparing to drop the drop which we are having right now 2 months ago. All right, so 2 months ago it was preparing for the correction. Now it is correcting. You see those charts? Yeah, so it is very, very hard. Yeah, it is very difficult thing to predict the correction on the US indices. Yeah, it is very easy to predict the buy the dip on the US indices. Yeah, very easy, but it is really difficult to predict the dip, the correction. People can see that correction is due, but when it is going to happen, that's the problem. When it is going to come. Yeah, so my research was showing that the correction is going to come, and we are in a correction. Okay, and what I'm anticipating right now, all right, the correction to extend all the way back to that previous low. All right, this previous low, that previous low, find its bottom over there, give us a buy the dip opportunity. Again, let me bring the yield curve back in the, yeah, so 20 October is way below. I'm not even anticipating the 20 October lows to, S&P 500 to drop that much far away, 3,500. I'm not anticipating, but in case, guys, in case if yield curve, okay, yield curve is going to be flattened. This is, all right, if yield curve is going to be flattened, then there might be a signal that the Fed is going to make a mistake, policy mistake. All right, so that policy mistake, all right, if this continue and going to sit over there again, all right, going to be negative, like rates are going to be negative. All right, this is going to give us a signal for policy mistake from the Fed. All right, and that is going to disrupt the stock market. All right, and the 20 October lows on the S&P 500 will reach. Okay, it can fall all the way back to that low then. All right, it's not anticipating. Maybe some of you guys gonna start worrying or gonna start disagree with me that this is not going to happen, but guys, it can happen. This possibility exists. Okay, because the S&P 500 has gained exponentially. All right, did not expect that kind of strength at that time, you guys. Right? I expected that. Maybe you haven't expected that kind of strength. All right, so it has gained exponentially and gained more than the GDP. All right, so higher interest rates obviously gonna impact on the GDP if Fed raise rates. All right, and then stock market can drop very, very aggressively all the way up to 20 October lows. So not anticipating. Right now I'm simply anticipating by the dip. Okay, let's make analysis in a different way. Let's compare it in a different way. Let's bring out the which yen chart do you like? All right, so whole chart, or let's bring out the pound yen. Okay, this is the most Interesting chart right now. All right, so let's make it more simple. No need to make it more complex. All right, so what we were talking about at that time, price to stay below the moving averages. Okay, it remained below the moving averages, trend was there. Okay, so simple analysis, your moving averages are coming as long as price stay below the moving averages. S&P 500 to test the previous low and formed a similar kind of pattern, the pattern you have seen on the pound yen. Okay, so what is the pattern on the pound yen? All right, so the pattern on the pound yen is simple expanding triangle or ABC move. Okay, pound yen is reached. All right, so S&P 500 can test that low as well. Okay, so we are way below those daily moving averages. Okay, we may break down those daily moving averages and can test that low. Amazing, yeah, easy. Okay, and then there we may see buy the dip opportunity. Right now, the way I have explained, so just stick to that. Okay, so I'm talking about the buy the dip. Okay, now let's go to the lower time frame analysis now. All right, so let's go to the lower time frame analysis now. Okay, as told, moving averages. Okay, moving averages. Okay, if I'm gonna go to further lower time frame and I'm gonna bring my drawing back. I have just lost my drawings. Okay, let's go back to that. All right, so there you are having same patterns which we just recently seen on the yen pairs. Okay, it is also repeating those, you know, these patterns. Okay, last week we were expecting correction to form. All right, correction appeared and right now it's breaking down. Okay, and let's bring yeah, this is the breakout is just happening right now. Okay, and yes, let's make it more simple for you guys. That's the pound yen. All right, so break in, staying below the moving averages. All right, so finish the move, form another correction like this has done, continue to keep dragging more lower all the way back to that low. If you trade for the downside on the equities, trade with care. All right, I wouldn't suggest you to sell it. All right, okay, even if you know that this is going to happen, wouldn't suggest you to sell. All right, if you are buying the yen, okay, if you are buying the yen, you are selling the equities, you are simply your risk gonna multiply. Okay, the trade I'm showing is the risk off move. All right, I'm not showing the risk on move. So risk off move, I'm showing risk off move. So if you're gonna sell the equities, you're gonna sell the Bitcoin, or you're gonna sell are you gonna buy the yen, all these trades gonna multiply your risk. Same trade gonna be across the market. Yeah, so just think about that, where you are putting your risk. Okay, so again, simply if it goes higher, let's say, or a flat formation, all right, then you are simply looking it to continue. Okay, so simple analysis, just stay below the moving averages on 1 hour time frame first. Okay, and stay below these 1 hour moving averages and tag the previous low. Make sense? Yeah, go higher, hold that and continue, or break down and continue to keep dragging more lower. Moving averages to hold, simple analysis, and price to go all the way back to that 42 or 43 areas. Hope that makes sense. I have already shown pound dollar. Okay, so let's go on. Same analysis on the Nasdaq 100 index. You see that how easy it is right now to figure it out what stock market is going to do, because you know that what the currencies have done. Okay, so all the way back to that low, buy the dip, and then continue to keep rising. So X also dropping, right? And I was telling even last week that the correction is due. Same analysis, on your lower 1 hour time frame. All right, correction, breakdown, bounce off very, very aggressively, correct, and give us a buy the dip opportunity. Okay, simple analysis. Price is holding your moving averages on 1 hour time frame. Any pullback within the moving averages, you are looking this to continue to keep dragging lower. Okay, so break above that, these moving averages is going to give you a signal that the price is going to rise. As long as price stay, you know, below those moving averages, the trend, you know, market, you know, stock market, you know, is in a correction. That's it. Okay, so this pullback, all right, this pullback and stay in and break down for the next move, like it has done. So if you are selling again, take all precautions. Okay, so there we got the oil. Interesting. Where is my 22 bar lows? Let's find that. Right? Maybe some of you guys are not happy with that, you know, 22 bar lows. Let me refresh that because I don't see my dates. Yes, I got that. All right, so oil. Where is the 20 October lows target? 20 October lows target is there. Okay, there is the possibility again, there is the possibility that the oil can drop that much far away, guys. Okay, and you know that chart already. Okay, so last week, you know, boom, tag that low. All right, so even we have got the bounce off from this previous low, right? And the price is doing something like that right now. Okay, so short-term trade was there on lower time frame, slightly risky trade. Okay, when we had the scene on OPEC, when OPEC was, you know, was meeting, was going on. Okay, and now that's the structure. Okay, I don't see oil going higher than that anytime soon. I might be wrong, but my research, my analysis, my understanding says that it's done. Okay, now before that, when it was playing around that top close to 85, all major banks were saying that supply shortages are coming and oil is going to break above, you know, 120, 110, going somewhere there. And I was saying to you guys, I don't see oil even going beyond 100. All right, central bank was many major banks, they were, you know, analyzing, doing their research, looking at this supply and demand, and was saying that oil supply is going to be short, and this is going to go beyond that, beyond the 100. All right, and prices are going to spike. Now some certain major banks have changed their forecast and saying that they're going to be, you know, a lot of supply at the start of the first quarter next year, and oil is not going to maintain its trend. All right, so it has already dropped, you know, more than 20%, I think, from 85, and tested that 62, 63 area. So 20% drop is a big drop on the oil. It's not a small drop. All right, and right now, as you know, new, you know, COVID variant also put pressure on that. All right, and you know, some countries, you know, US, China, Japan, Korea, India, they release their, you know, strategic oil reserves, and that caused oil to go down too. Okay, and even, you know, OPEC is going to maintain their, you know, commitment from January as well for more supply. All right, so these are the reasons which are driving the oil down, what we know. And even the major move, okay, the most major move, OPEC is not the major move, all right, or these the countries which have released their strategic reserves oil, this is not a major move. The major move which is going to drive the oil lower is going to be the Fed. Okay, higher rates. You know, even if OPEC is going to stop the oil supply, yeah, if Fed wants to raise the interest rate, all right, so oil is not going to rise, whatever OPEC is going to do. All right, the oil definitely gonna go down. All right, inflation gonna, you know, inflation gonna drop, and oil gonna drop too. So it's a good sign that the oil is going down, means that inflation also gonna go down too. Okay, now what to do on oil? Okay, oil, you know, very much similar like the euro yen chart. The wave from the top is very much gone over there on the oil, and the you know, we may see breakdown that for more downside. Okay, right now I'm not anticipating. Okay, right now my, you know, as my chart is showing, okay, I'm gonna stick to that daily, you know, chart. Okay, I don't see this is going to that much, I mean, that much far away oil. Okay, I don't see it is going that much far away, but in case if it goes there, then there's going to be a longer term sell opportunity. Okay, but that this move may appear over there. Okay, somewhere up, it can go up to there. Okay, up to $80, and then again drop. So what to do now, guys? You may get a short term, yeah, this buy opportunity, and this carry risk to break down that previous low. Okay, I don't see sell opportunity over there. All right, you only can look for buy the dip. We need to see fundamentals for that buy the dip. All right, fundamentals are not supporting that move. If I see during the week that the oil is ready to trade for either direction, for buy or sell, I'll try my best to update that chart, or will, you know, share that chart with you. Okay, so you miss the move simply. If you are trying to trade on oil right now, you simply miss the move. Okay, you miss that trade. WTI is setting up for multi-years top. All right, so 85 is a multi-year top now, so you miss that move simply from there. Okay, from that top, that chart is already there. Let's go on and let's move on to the Ethereum. I see Ethereum is going much lower. All right, Ethereum, we were expecting that to happen. Okay, and it is just simply repeating the formation which I have drawn. We got a short move, we got a correction, we got a next short move, but this next short move is not holding its aggressive move to the downside. Okay, this may give a reason to the crypto traders that it can hold the trend for more upside. I don't see. Okay, market moves with strong correlation. Okay, and the correlation is that the Bitcoin is dropping and Ethereum is not dropping. Okay, and let's pull out these two charts. Okay, so Bitcoin, Ethereum hasn't made even. Okay, so if I'm gonna look at this, okay, this wave, all right, so you know, Bitcoin has dropped more than 50%, okay, and went up to 42 and just recovered. All right, so it has dropped more than 50% of this move. Okay, more than 50% of that move. All right, this move, so this move, it can go all the way back to that low, this low. You still got a room. All right, so Ethereum even haven't started that move yet. All right, Ethereum even, you know, hasn't started that move yet. Okay, there it's, yeah, this low, it has Bitcoin has tested that low. Right, same structure, same formation, guys, nothing new. All right, nothing new, same. Bitcoin is testing that low. All right, this low there, you can see. But Ethereum even, you know, still sitting at that top, so there is still room to run on the Ethereum. Ethereum can break down that low. All right, so if you see that the Bitcoin is going to continue its trend all the way back to that low, this is not going to sustain its trend. There is a strong correlation. Okay, this is there is a very strong correlation between these two charts. Okay, when Bitcoin was rising, it was sitting, oh, let me remind you again. All right, so somewhere maybe there, down there, somewhere, even I don't remember where was the price. All right, so somewhere there, okay, so somewhere there when Bitcoin was rising, and I was talking to you guys that Ethereum is going to follow the Bitcoin. All right, so then Ethereum started to explode very aggressively. right? And held that wave and made its new high at 4,000, right? So there is a strong correlation. So if Bitcoin keeps falling, this is not going to hold the trend for more upside. It will drag aggressively back to that 17 to 1800 and then may find its bottom over there at 1800. So if you are planning to buy more Ethereum at the current price, just simply, first of all, simply ignore that. This is not the place to buy the Ethereum for more upside. Yeah, if you are looking to short, yes, you can short it, but again, you know, calculate your risk first before going to short it. Okay, I'm anticipating this trend to continue to keep dragging lower all the way back to that low. Let's make it more simple. All right, so simple analysis is that price to stay below that top, all right, or stay below these 4-hour moving averages. Okay, do not close simply above that 4,800. All right, and keep breaking to the downside. Okay, and let's make some tricky and technical analysis now. All right, so let's go to the 15-minute time frame. All right, so you found your top over there, the aggressive sell top. Price is correcting on 15-minute time frame, okay, and trying to maintain that trend for more upside. Okay, this is what you are looking. Sharp breakdown, okay, or go back up 100% tracement and then sharp fall, or give a sharp fall from the current price. All right, and continue its trend. Okay, give us a sharp aggressive drop from current price and continue its trend. Okay, this is tricky analysis. Maybe some of you guys not gonna understand that. Sharp sell, continue the trend. All right, if don't understand this sharp sell price action, all right, from there or from this previous top, then stick to the easy analysis. Okay, what is the easy analysis? Just pull out your moving averages and stay below, first of all, stay below that top, okay, or these moving averages. Stay and find its trend to the downside and continue to keep dragging lower all the way. Even we can see that the momentum is losing over there on the MACD. All right, so I'm gonna look at the US 10-year yield. Okay, so US 10-year yield is very, very important. So some of you guys maybe don't look at that and just simply ignore that. So it is very, very important. All right, so again, if you want to understand that, just go and look at the US 10-year yield is there. All right, is dropping from the weekly top. All right, so I was talking I was even talking for that drop to come. Let me chart. Yeah, again, guys, I'm talking. I was aware, you know, 2 months ago that this, you know, Delta kind of variant is going to come. Yeah, even have shown you these charts for, yeah, you know, spoken about this. Yeah, that's the old chart. All right, and when it's found its top, the next this is very important. Okay, so US 10-year yield, if you don't simply, if I'm gonna make if I'm gonna sum up the understanding of this market, the US 10-year yield is everything. All right, if you understand the US 10-year yield movement, you understand the rest of the market. If you don't understand that, this chart, you're not going to understand. You can trade even on US 10-year note. All right, you can buy that when this is dropping, but if you don't trade on the bond market, just trade on the currencies or stock or cryptos, still this is very important chart. Okay, the move right now you see on the Bitcoin. Okay, first of all, let's try to understand the pattern. Okay, this is also a triangle. We can see that the symmetrical triangle. So what triangle is forming on the Bitcoin? All right, it's expanding, we can say that. All right, and Bitcoin is just reached there. Okay, yield is also reached there. If yield is going to drop, you're not going to see continuation on Bitcoin. All right, Bitcoin is not going to continue. Bitcoin is a risk on asset. Okay, when yield goes down, risk on assets do not continue. All right, so hopefully this is enough. Okay, so where we are right now on the US 10-year yield. Okay, so we may see again curve is flattening. If curve keeps flattening, then it can go all the way up to 20 October lows. 20 October low is a magical date. It's a magical date, all right? So I'm not anticipating US 10-year yield to fall that much far away. But in case if, as I said, if Fed is going to do a policy mistake, then we may see crash. And that crash can, drop the US 10-year yield all the way back to that low. I'm not anticipating. My expectations are that it is going to drop this low, okay, and going to find its. Let's look at in a different way, guys. I have used this chart a couple of times. Let's use it again. All right, so we simply broke that previous low. All right, this previous low. All right, so we may see breakout of that too. All right, so maybe this is not making sense to you. Let's bring a simple same pattern. All right, so there you go. Okay, this pattern, same pattern. All right, yield still to fall. All right, the yen is breaking down. Or let's bring a Aussie yen chart. Okay, so Aussie yen dropping, about to test that low. Right, same pattern. Yield still to fall. All right, yield still to fall. Need to tag that low. Yeah, Aussie yen is being used to understand the uncertainties. Okay, if Aussie yen fall, that tells us that the uncertainty is building. All right, which bring stock market down to, okay, or we can use US 10-year yield as well. Okay, so what yield is telling us that the downside is still to come. All right, and the stock market gonna, as long as yield is not going to finish its move there, stock market by the dip is not going to be ready on the stock on the indices, the US indices. All right, so yes, just continue yield to just continue the next updated chart. All right, so the next updated chart was there on the US 10-year yield. Okay, it's dropping. So you may, if you are trading on the bond, okay, you may buy the US 10-year notes. So US 10-year notes goes higher than when stock is going down, when there is uncertainty. Okay, people buy bonds, save their money. Okay, so this is that was the trade, by the way. Okay, so it's dropping right now, right? So what we may see more downside on the US 10-year yield, okay, and drop on it is going to bring down everything, every single risk on assets which I have shown you. All right, so yes, just continue. Again, just pull out your moving averages and bring down the 1 hour price to stay sharp, stay below those 1 hour moving averages. And in case if it gets a bigger correction, then go up to 4 hour time frame, guys. So I'm not looking at your comments on YouTube, guys. I'm sorry. I'm just trying to finish this the weekly finish the chart first, and then we'll talk about your questions. So bear with me. So good chart to watch. All right, we already done the DXY, pound, euro CAD. Okay, so euro CAD still to go. All right, so longer term chart is a weekly chart, and can run all the way back to that top in case if yield is going to crash or curve is going to flatten. Okay, so last week told you are looking for a continuation trade. So continuation trade was there. Okay, we had that flag and the price just went higher. All right, and broke out. Or let me slightly change that. Okay, that was the flat formation we have seen across the market last week. All right, and price again went into a correction. Okay, just simply this correction to hold. Okay, first of all, break out, correct like the dollar CAD chart and continue. If not, then stay above those 1 hour moving averages. All right, so fall back, hold that 1 hour moving averages, and then continue its trend. Okay, and the target you are looking right now is this. Okay, 151 is going to be the target on the CAD yen. For medium term, short term target gonna be that top. Okay, when you're gonna buy from there on the 1 hour moving averages, short term target. In case if it drops, okay, if this move happen, this is gonna be a buy opportunity for longer term. Okay, if I'm not anticipating that, but in case, let's say I'm wrong on this chart, all right, and this move comes, this is the next move. You shouldn't miss that. And that move gonna be over there. So 120 is far away. All right, so Fed is not going to let the dollar run to that much far away. Okay, and also Bitcoin is not going to fall up to 15,000. Okay, so only Bitcoin can only fall to 15,000. Then if inflation is going to zero again, then you can expect Bitcoin to go that much far away. But that's going to be a buy the dip opportunity. Okay, let's talk about possibilities, not which is not possible. Okay, so CAD Chief is about to finish the move which we were looking from that top that top. So it's about to finish. We may see again some 20 October lows again there. Okay, so we may see price can push all the way back to that low. Right now I simply don't see setup on this chart. If you traded again, yeah, told you that, guys, this is a risk-free chart, and these are risk-free charts. All right, so some traders don't they struggle on the currencies. They find comfortable with the other assets to trade. All right, but if you figure it out that which currency chart has its limits, okay, then that can produce a lot of good opportunities for you. So like Australian dollar, New Zealand dollar has its limits, not to go beyond 1, right? Stay above 1, and even if it breaks below 1, gonna be a buy the dip opportunity for longer term. Some charts have limits, all right, so they cannot go beyond certain prices, and whenever prices goes there, they create opportunities. Okay, so a longer term sell opportunity was there. Similar opportunity we have just seen on the yen pairs. Okay, so this is also was a similar opportunity. Okay, so CAD Chief is sitting there. You see, it is sitting over there, almost sitting over there, but Euro CAD is still there, still haven't moved from the floor. So we may see a very sharp aggressive move on the Euro CAD for upside. Okay, that can happen, which can also reach to the let's do the time analysis. Let's bring the low. Okay, so 23 August there, 23 August, where was the price on Euro CAD? Let's invert. Okay, let's look at the Euro CAD. So the opportunity gonna be there on the Euro CAD for longer term. That's the reason I said to you guys, even if it is going to draw for one more leg lower, okay, this is not going to change. This is going to come. So need to stick to the buy the dips whenever Euro CAD goes lower. Okay, as I said, let's make the time analysis. Okay, where were the price? Okay, price was there on 23 August. Okay, so these charts have a very strong correlation. All right, they are not moving randomly, all right, or they are not moving in different directions. Right, they are not moving randomly. Okay, if they are moving, yeah, when I say randomly, okay, that means CAD Chief to keep falling. All right, CAD Chief to keep falling. All right, and Euro CAD to keep falling too. This is very, very less likely. Okay, so even you are not going to see that both chart will keep dropping, longer term, right? You are not going to see that. So if CAD Chief is dropping, that means you're going to see Euro CAD to reverse too. This is a correlation, all right? this is a very strong correlation between major currencies. All right, between major currencies. If one moves, other creates opportunity. Okay, so they're gonna be the opportunity on the euro CAD. All right, so where is the CAD chief right now? Testing the 20 August low. All right, and 23. Okay, so it doesn't matter, 3 days. Okay, so August 23 August or 20 August. All right, you know, the 23 August target is there. Okay, so euro CAD still to run. Or let's make analysis in a different way, moving averages. Okay, moving averages gonna be easy for some of you guys, those who have even just read the moving averages. Okay, or even no. Okay, price just simply gone below the moving averages on the CAD chief. Price even haven't tested those moving averages on the CAD, euro CAD. Okay, so this is the potential, guys. I have made it easy for you. So any correction on lower time frame, you are chasing on the euro CAD. Okay, and yeah, just simply ignore this chart. All right, you even have, you know, seen the correction which I was talking last week. All right, so watch for this correction and continuation. Yeah, still tradable for short term. Okay, like CAD yen, if this comes, then continuation trade, this much continuation trade. If you want to trade, then price to stay below the moving averages for short term and continue its trend downside. Pang chief. All right, so Pang chief is also a continuation chart. Okay, if correction comes, then 20 October lows. All right, so I'm, you know, using 19 October on most charts, so still a potential there. All right, so that daily chart to just play out. Okay, so this is showing a 20 October target. This arrow is showing a 20 October target, so you are just looking any correction still tradable. Okay, but the potential, the huge potential is just gone over there. Okay, and if you are trading on it, then simply trade with care. Next correction to form and breakout. Yeah, if you can avoid this chart, just simply avoid. All right, so we know that the potential is there, but we you know are simply avoiding this chart. Okay, the chart you should, you know, again chase the euro pound, even have can take time. All right, so market always can take time to move. Market takes time simply, guys, so you need to give time, you need to give it time to move. All right, specifically when you are trading on the currency market moves slow. Right, it doesn't move like stock market or like crypto. Right, so we see many crypto coins, you know, pump and dump every day. All right, so we see, you know, a coins goes from $1 to 10 or 20, or even stock. All right, we see individual stocks every day that goes from $2 to 10 or 20 every day. Yeah, so when you are trading on such kind of assets, it's very, very risky, specifically when you are trading on the stock market. On individual stocks, it's very highly risky because they move very, very aggressively for upside, and similar way they drop. So risk is very much high on those charts, on those assets. All right, so you know, currency market needs, you know, time. Even currency and stock, you know, indices. When I say in stock, most of the time I mean to say about I mean to say indices. All right, so the 20 October, where is the 20 October target? Okay, so there is the huge potential we can see. Okay, right now the conditions are which are developing over there, that anything can drive this to run for that much far away. Okay, this is just about to tag that, and you may see, you know, a huge run over there. Okay, if you are, you know, looking to hold for that much far away, all right, so good luck. Yeah, otherwise they're gonna be you know, short to medium term potential opportunities on the euro pound. Okay, which I'm gonna look at the lower time frame. Okay, so that's the chart you should watch very, very closely. I'm gonna invert that straight away, gonna go to the lower time frame. Okay, and I think no, I haven't updated that video. Okay, so euro pound video is there. That was a bit old, right? So recently in the weekly market outlook, I have asked you to look for, you know, this impulse to happen. So it's happening right now. Okay, and let's just go to the clean chart right now. Okay, so this is what you are looking right now. Okay, continuation. First of all, short-term target, okay, medium-term target, and longer-term target. Okay, so they're gonna be, you know, corrections. Once price gonna start breakout, gonna start aggressively, you know, for I'm gonna start breakout aggressively for upside. They're gonna be, you know, corrections for more upside. Okay, but right now you are not just simply looking for that. Okay, you are looking this move. Okay, for next week, that move to happen, and if it is going to be aggressive and euro cad and all euro, it will break. All right, it will break. Okay, and gonna go higher for aggressively. Other euro pairs are also setting up for that aggressive move. Okay, and yeah, medium term target. We're gonna look at that, gonna look at the lower time frame. Okay, if it is going to drop, don't trade this move, let that go. Okay, and find floor over there for this move again. Okay, find bottom over there and start looking for this to continue to go higher. Okay, so lower time frame, let's go to the lower time frame. And last week we were expecting correction to happen. All right, so we had correction. Okay, we had 1 hour time frame correction. It slightly went into a bigger one. Okay, simple ABC move formed. Okay, and next wave happened. So last week correction just happened. Okay, so you are looking for another one. Okay, another one to come and continuation. Okay, so this is not a good spot to chase the continuation trade. All right, so expanding triangle formation gonna be far more better. Okay, if expanding triangle formation appear, all right, another dip happen, okay, all the way back to this previous low, then you are watching this to hold, okay, and looking for a continuation trade for upside. All right, and price to tag that. First of all, let me pull out some, you know, risk reward ratios. Okay, this is you are looking. Okay, I'm anticipating that the price gonna dip first, all right, and then there's gonna be a buy opportunity. Yeah, otherwise you already missed the continuation trade from this area. All right, you shouldn't chase at that. Okay, or you missed the trades when it was reversing from the floor. All right, now you need to see a decent pullback before you're gonna start to continue. Okay, so short-term target gonna be over there, so your stop loss gonna be somewhere there behind that. All right, wherever you are comfortable. Short-term, medium-term, and longer-term target gonna be much higher as shown on the bigger time frame chart. Okay, so there you are paying attention. Okay, if this move comes, okay, if it breaks down, this comes, ignore it. This is not a good trade. Even you shouldn't trade into that direction. This is where you are playing out. That's the direction that you want to play. All right, and pound Australian dollar is about to tag the target. All right, still can push more higher. Last week I was asking you to look for correction on the moving averages. Nice correction happened over there. Corrections were happening over there across the market. All right, and very sharp corrections were happening. Corrections were happening on 1 hour time frame. Boom, keep breaking out. All right, so hardly I have seen any chart which formed a 4 hour time frame correction. Okay, and even I have, you know, asked you to look for price to stay above, you know, those moving averages when it was, you know, somewhere there. And the next correction, that, and the last week correction, we were talking about this to come on 1 hour time frame and it to continue. So potential is very much over there. Okay, and again, let's pull out, let's invert that. Okay, and let's bring another chart, right? And that's the Australian dollar breaking down risk, you know, uncertainty. The Australian dollar is telling us that the uncertainty is very much huge, you know, huge uncertainty is there. All right, this is a daily chart, this is a 4 hour time frame chart. Okay, so same pattern you see over there, ABC move. All right, next wave is just happening. All right, next wave is just happening, broken below that. Okay, this is telling you we are just there on the Australian pound, Australian dollar. Potential is there, it can break down that low. All right, so we already broke that low, so still continuation trade is there and you can chase that. All right, so if you are comfortable with that, all right, go ahead. If not, then you can follow same trade on the Euro Australian dollar. Yeah, Euro Australian dollar is quickly going higher. The target on the pound Australian dollar going to be at the top. Okay, so that target is going to be 91.50 or 92. Still can run that much far away. So we still got up, you know, the previous correction. Let's bring that. Have to look at the previous chart. All right, this is the previous correction, which is just happening right now. I have just lost that. So, right, that's the 2-hour time frame correction. So showing you that in the weekly market outlook. Same again. Okay, so possibility exists that we may not see correction on 1-hour time frame and price gonna keep pushing more higher, but you are not chasing it at that top. All right, you are not chasing. Yes, the move is just simply gone. All right, and you are not chasing it. Okay, if it keeps rising, you miss the move on these corrections. You're not chasing that. You're only gonna chase it then when there's gonna be a correction, and I'm anticipating that. Okay, if it comes, then you are expecting it to break out and simple. Oh, that's the target. Okay, still potential is there. It's gone from the floor, okay, but still can run back to that top, like Australian dollar just broke down US dollar. All right, so same analysis goes with this chart. Still struggling, okay, but heading for the next move. Okay, so it can run. It's a slow moving pair. Okay, when you trade on this moves, but moves slowly. Yeah, as we compare to the Australian dollar. Okay, that's the target. All right, guys, so if you let's say if you miss the pound New Zealand dollar or the pound Australian or Euro Australian, Euro New Zealand dollar, pound CAD is still sitting at the bottom. You can chase that chart. We're gonna talk about that. Okay, price to visit below. All right, and continue. All right, or leave this, correct again 1-hour time frame. All right, and continue. All right, so 1-hour time frame. So hold that, this previous bottom flat, continue. All right, or slightly push more higher, correction, and continue. Direction is clear. Stay above the moving averages, 1-hour time frame. This is the chart. Okay, so still sitting at the floor because of the strength on the CAD. All right, so still we got a room on this chart to run. Okay, so the target gonna be that much high. Again, I said that before as well, guys. So strength on this pair might be a slow one. Okay, not aggressive like the pound Australian dollar. Because CAD was strong because of the interest rate policy and higher oil prices. All right, so oil is lowering, dropping, and is creating, you know, this dip opportunity for upside. All right, so if I'm gonna make analysis, is more simple. The max drop on this price should be this. It shouldn't go beyond that low. All right, for longer term reversal. And the continuation trade you are looking for is at this low. All right, so price to hold that moving averages. All right, and break out for the next wave, correct, and continue to keep rising. All right, so if I'm gonna make it more simple for you, then you are looking for these short-term trades first. All right, and if price run up very aggressively for upside, okay, then you can extend your target or all the way back to that top. All right, it might be a slow move back to that top. All right, but the move is going to come on this chart. Okay, so Euro New Zealand dollar, another good run we are having. Okay, shown you that. I mean, still got a potential, still got a room. 20 October, you know, highs far away on this chart, somewhere there within this area. Okay, somewhere there within this area. Big run may happen. Yeah, so big run may happen. Again, inverted yield curve gonna drive this pair sharply higher. Okay, when I say sharply higher, I mean flatten. If yield curve is going to flatten, and policy mistake, guys. All right, so you know, huge run Okay, let's bring the previous weekly chart again, chart which we have seen last week. All right, so I think I have shown you this chart. If not, then let's look at that. Okay, now this wave is happening. We already got that wave on the New Zealand dollar, US dollar. Okay, what's the target? Right, the target is shown, was shown on this chart. All right, that's the target. All right, and bottom, yeah, so bottom already figured out that where is the low. Okay, it held that low on this 1 hour time frame chart. So a reversal trade has happened from the floor. All right, but continuation trade still can be, you know, chased. All right, so continuation trade, the trades which I'm showing you guys, again, understand that I'm showing you risk of moves. Most of my charts are showing risk of move. All right, so risk of move is already happening over there. We are having, you know, risk on assets are dropping. All right, so all these trades gonna play out very well if the current uncertainty gonna stay there much longer. All right, if this is going to change quickly, uncertainty is going to turn into a certainty, then I'm going to be wrong on all these charts. All these charts going against me. Make sure you understand that. All right, so I don't see those you know, I don't see certainty anytime soon in the market. All right, so this uncertainty is going to stay there for a while. Yeah, new Delta variant, Fed tapering, all these, you know, things are uncertain. What Fed is going to do, how they are going to unwind the QE, how oil gonna play out, how this, you know, restrictions, travel restrictions and lockdown restrictions gonna play out. So all these things are telling us that this risk off move is going to stay there for a while. All right, and the moves or the trade which I'm showing, all these are risk off trades. So far they are doing really well, and you are just looking for them to continue on your 1 hour time frame. Yeah, so if I'm going to sum up my whole weekly market outlook analysis, yeah, so that's it in a one sentence: risk off move, and you are looking for a continuation trades. All right, so last week we had a correction, the correction which I was talking about to watch. Right, so it happened and it is just pushing more higher. All right, this correction happened and it's just pushing more higher. Yes, use stop loss, okay, but this is going to multiply your risk. If you're going to take same 10 trades with 1% risk, all right, so you're going to stop out on all those 10 trades and going to lose 10%. All right, so understand that. All right, so another correction and continuation for more upside. All right, so I still see potential over there. That's not going to change my view. Yeah, that's the potential. All right, so EV Chief also going for the not a best chart. All right, but we still got a potential over there. 20 October low is there, and any correction on your lower time frame 1 hour moving averages will create a continuation opportunity, guys. Okay, so short-term continuation, same correction we have seen there. Okay, 1 hour time frame correction I was anticipating. We have seen, you know, a flat formation or pullback. All right, so 1 hour time frame pullback and another pullback to happen, price to stay below the moving averages and price to just keep dragging lower all the way up to 20 October lows. Okay, so still got a potential. Make sure you trade with care. All right, and understand that. All right, so I'm going to ignore this chart, not a best chart. If you are trading for sideways market, then you can trade. It can break down slightly more downside before going to go higher. Okay, so sideways market on it. All right, the Uzi CAD last week we were expecting it to push up. All right, back within the channel, it is not. All right, so I'm going to ignore it. Not a best chart. That can push lower. Okay, and can pull back. All right, so Uzi Chief 20 October lows is about to tag. All right, and yeah, you see that the 20 October low is being tagged over there, and 1 hour time frame correction, short-term continuation. Not a best chart, Yeah, we had correction last week. We were talking about the correction. We had correction and it's dragging more lower. All right, so any correction for short term gonna give you a short term opportunity. All right, back within the moving averages. All right, so back within the moving averages and just keep dragging lower. Okay, so Euro Oz, same. All right, so as I told you guys, I was expecting that risk off move to come, 2 months ago. All right, and that risk off move is just happening right now, and it still can persist over there, and your opportunities are continuation opportunities. Okay, so what Euro Australian chart is doing, we have seen already this chart. Okay, yeah, this move planned in October, we can say that. All right, October 2021. All right, now this is happening, so we still got a potential over there. So last week we were expecting this to continue on 1 hour time frame, correct? Okay, this was the far more better chart as with compared to the Euro New Zealand dollar. Correction happened, broke out. All right, so another correction happened, broke out. Okay, you're simply looking for another pullback within the moving averages, and Euro Australian dollar to just simply broke through the previous top. All right, very aggressively. Okay, another pullback, price to come back within the moving averages, hold that like the way it has done there, and continue its trend. Okay, where is the 20 October low? A high. Let's bring out that again. If anything unusual happen within the market, Fed policy mistake, then this is even going beyond that 20 October highs. Okay, a lot of room to run on this chart. Understand that we are just about to test the 20 October lows on the Australian dollar, US dollar. Okay, we got a lot of room to run. Yeah, we're gonna be lucky simply, guys, if it is going to test that 170, 160, 80. All right, we're gonna be lucky that even you are not targeting that. All right, you are just simply targeting for the next 1 hour time frame correction and next one more high on lower time frame. That's it. If it is rising very aggressively, let me pull up, let me show you that chart in a proper projection. Okay, so just pull out that correction. Okay, you are looking for that to happen, that correction to form. Okay, once that correction gonna come out, all right, then you are looking price to hold that trend. Okay, and looking for this short-term move back to that top. All right, so stop behind once correction gonna finish. All right, or you can get into the breakout. Okay, and then you can extend if the move is going to be, let's say, this is not a this is not a price to buy, guys. Okay, don't use that as a buy price for the next week. Okay, once correction appear, I don't know. Okay, I have no idea what kind of that correction gonna look like. All right, but what I know that the correction is due, and that can fall back within the 1 hour moving averages. All right, that correction can extend up to 1 hour moving averages, and that's going to create opportunity. Okay, once we're going to have that, it may form lower than this. All right, not exactly at that price, but once we're going to figure it out that the breakout is going to happen, okay, we'll be figured we can figure it out easily by looking at the correction that it is going to break out. Okay, so once that correction gonna finish, okay, there is nothing. Okay, I mean, some people use that fib lines like that way, and when price come there, let's say to 36 or 50% of that previous move or tracement, they simply buy. Don't just simply buy based on that 50%. This is just a pure guess. Okay, this is just a pure guess. Some people use that, they pull out fib lines, and once price come there, they simply buy that. Put your stop and put their stop and just look for for next week. So this is just a pure guesswork, all right? So you're just simply trading based on guess. All right, so it's a price action which you need to understand, and the more accurate thing from the price action is that you need to understand the whole market, not just one asset. When you understand the rest of the assets, they can tell you that what is going to happen on this specific asset. All right, either this is going to break out or not. Okay, so use that, or you can use correlation. All right, or you can use, you know, there are a lot of things which you can use. Okay, obviously you're not gonna get that in a one day. Obviously you need experience, guys. So once you're gonna be experienced, you're obviously gonna understand that it is going to break out for the next move or not. Okay, experience. It's also it comes based on experience, guys. All right, so when you're gonna spend a lot of time in the market, you're gonna automatically gonna get experience, and you're gonna know that where is your next trade. All right, so I'm projecting that correction. Okay, short-term target gonna be that. Okay, and continue to go much higher in best case scenario, all the way back to that top. All right, so this is what you're looking. Yeah, good luck. Or I can, you know, show you a chart just for understanding. All right, let's bring the 4-hour time frame. So we already got the 1-hour time frame correction. Let's just use this 2-hour time frame correction. Okay, so that was the time to get in. All right, this is that was breaking out the Australian dollar, US dollar, and this move already has happened. That correction formed and breakout was happening. At that time, you know, other assets were also telling us that this breakout is going to continue. All right, so there are, you know, some traders, those who trade based on the breakout. All right, but many times their breakouts reverse. All right, they use term fake breakout. So there is nothing like fake breakout in the market. Market, you know, is not there is nothing fake in the market. All right, market is always right. Assets are always right. Your strategy may be fake or wrong. All right, or you may be looking at the assets incorrectly. Right, your asset is going into another direction, price is going into another direction, and you are expecting it to go into another direction. You might be wrong. The way you are looking at the asset, there may be problem. All right, but nothing is wrong with the market. It's moving, it's just moving, and wherever it is going, it is just simply going into that direction, that specific direction, and it is right. Your strategy, your thoughts may be wrong. All right, but yes, other assets can help you to understand that the breakout is going to continue or not. All right, so when it was breaking, we knew that this is the breakout and it is going to continue. So when the Australian dollar, when the euro dollar, Australian dollar gonna finish its correction and gonna set up for the next breakout, we're gonna see that everywhere, not just on that assets. All right, if I'm, you know, gonna sum up that, I'm showing you a same pattern everywhere. All right, so when one asset gonna break out that pattern, the other is gonna break out too. All right, when one gonna go, other's gonna go too, and that gonna tell us that yes, breakout is going to continue. All right, makes sense. Let's move on. The euro chief, yeah, shouldn't chase that for upside right now, guys. If you are buying, then, you know, be careful. Yeah, it still can drag more lower. All right, the lower it goes, gonna be a problem for the Swiss National Bank. All right, the lower it goes, they're gonna be a problem for the Swiss. Or if I'm gonna make it, you know, easy for you, the lower it goes, all right, it is going to drive the euro dollar lower too. Okay, the lower this pair goes, the euro chief, it is going to bring down the euro dollar too. All right, or DXY is going much higher too. All right, or in simple words, dollar is going to gain. All right, so this is a correlation which is not going to break down anytime soon within these, you know, measures. So I'm still expecting, you know, Swiss National Bank to do something and reverse that for more upside. All right, they're gonna be a problem for the, you know, if it is not going to reverse, they're gonna be a problem for the Swiss National Bank. All right, and the max price we can see over there is the 1, guys. All right, so the max price, I'm not anticipating it to, it can go beyond that 1. All right, but if it is going up to that 1, gonna be a buy opportunity. All right, so you can't expect euro chief to go down, you know, beyond 1 euro. I mean, euro to go beyond 1. All right, so euro is a zone. All right, so it's a big currency, and Swiss is just a small nation. All right, and Swiss is, you know, even Swiss National Bank is trying, you know, to intervene in the market and to lower their you know currency. That's not, you know, playing out. Okay, so the lower it goes, gonna create more problems for the Swiss National Bank. All right, so euro is a big currency, Swiss franc is a small currency, but still gaining against the euro, playing as a safe haven, creating more troubles for the Swiss National Bank. So intervention is not happening yet. All right, so intervention may happen and we may see reversal. So as long as intervention is not happening, you shouldn't be a buyer. You shouldn't be a buyer on the euro chief. Do not buy. Okay, let that to keep dragging lower all the way up to 1. So 1 gonna be a good price. So we are just, you know 380 pips away. All right, so 1 or 2, whatever. Okay, whenever 1 or 2 or yeah, one gonna be an ideal place to. If it is go up to 1, we may see, you know, pressure on the euro dollar too. Yeah, and my 107 target is very much reasonable on the euro dollar. All right, so yeah, so an intervention can happen, guys, at any time. And once intervention gonna happen from the Swiss National Bank, it's gonna break up. All right, so just simply wait for a breakup. Do not buy, do not chase that falling knife. All right, it can fall, let that to keep dragging lower. Okay, I was showing sell from there. All right, I still do have that chart, but we were expecting it to not go beyond that low. You know, let me bring out that chart. I was expecting that the euro, you know, chief gonna hold that low, and we're gonna have some price action, and it will reverse. All right, so unfortunately it didn't reverse. All right, and was just keep you know, I mean, just simply keep dropping. All right, so since then it is dropping. So we were expecting, you know, this to drop up to this low, right, and give us a, you know, some price section over there. So since then, you know, it is just dropping. Since then it is dropping, and we are not having any, you know, price action over there on euro chief from on that low. Okay, so this channel is simply being extended, right? We were watching price action very closely, but we did not have a buy opportunity over there. It was waiting for a breakout, aggressive breakout. We didn't get that, and prices just simply, you know, extended that you know, channel. Okay, as long as price gonna stay within that channel, this is a sign for breakout. All right, it is a sign that the price gonna break out sharply for upside. As long as price stay within this channel, all right, there will be a breakout very soon. So you are waiting for that. Okay, waiting for that. Do not chase it. If it is falling, let that go. So even these are not the trades. Okay, so the short-term trades are not trades you should watch. Just simply hold on. There are many other, you know, currencies where you can trade. Many other good charts I have shown. You can trade on them and can hold on for the strong breakout. Okay, so how breakout gonna look like? Breakout gonna look like this. This is the intervention, we can say that. And when the intervention gonna come, it is gonna move the rest of the market too. Okay, this is not the only pair which gonna move. All right, so the rest of the market gonna be, so intervention gonna be fundamentally, all right, this kind of breakout gonna happen. So hold on and patience, and let the price do what it is doing right now. Okay, so dollar rand continue its trend back to that previous top. Let's go to the lower time frame, make it more easy for you. Okay, so you are looking again price to stay intact into that trend. All right, so this previous low or fall back, hold that moving averages and continue our breakout. Okay, hold that place, stay above those moving averages and keep the trend intact for more upside. Dollar peso also gonna be same. Okay, daily chart. All right, more upside all the way back to that top 4-hour time frame. All right, so it can run too for upside. Okay, so hold this area, slightly risky to chase price at this area. Only in one case scenario you can chase that, if breakout is going to be very strong, otherwise fall down and then continue. Okay, correction to get slightly bigger. Not perfect chart at the moment. Dollar peso is not a perfect chart right now. All right, but again, you know, curve is very important. Okay, so yield curve is very important. That can drive. This is where you are paying attention. Policy mistake gonna fly dollar on this chart. Okay, so same analysis like last week, haven't changed that. All right, so price is struggling, means that it is setting up for a strong breakout for upside. Okay, so that's what you are watching. So if forming new low, still gonna be a buy opportunity for longer term. All right, so previous bottom to hold. So dollar Turkish lira can run for another move. Okay, up to 15 and possibly 20. All right, so it's a very expensive currency to trade right now. All right, so if you're trading on it, you only can trade for short term. Otherwise, if you're going to hold your trades, it's very expensive. All right, because the margin requirements are so high on this chart. So make sure you understand that before you are trading on this chart. All right, so margin requirements are really high. Check that with your you know, on your side, and then trade on it. Okay, this is what I'm anticipating. Okay, breakout and continue, test that 15 or fall down, hold that 12 and resume its trend. So it is not going to fall down anytime soon. Okay, the reason is why dollar is dropping against the Turkish lira. Again, the reasons are the political reasons. Okay, it's dropped, not the you know, fundamental reasons which are driving the Turkish lira lower. Erdogan want lower interest rates, and you know, their, you know, central bank was the previous central bank, you know, chief was raising the interest rate. He wants lower, and then he dropped interest rate lower. Inflation is going higher, interest rate is going lower, and which is right now, which is causing the dollar to rise against the Turkish lira. But this is not the reason. Okay, this is the reason which you see, you know, on in news. Okay, and you may say that the policy, you know, moves are driving the dollar higher against the lira, but that's not the reason. Okay, the policies, the political reasons are driving, specifically, you know, Turkey is going against the US. Okay, that's the major reason which is driving the dollar higher against Turkish lira. You know, Erdogan wasn't happy with the US. Yeah, moving away from the US. Turkey is a NATO ally. Yeah, going in the Russian camp. All right, Chinese camp. These are the major reasons. Okay, or we can say that Turkey right now is in a economic war with the US, and as long as Turkey is not going to accept or submit to the US, their currency is not going to get stronger. Right? All right. So this is the major reason which I see, and reason. There might be another reason which we don't know, and that is the hidden agenda. We can say that Erdogan want you know, cheaper currency to compete with the other countries. All right. But right now, I don't see that a reason. Okay, if Erdogan want a cheaper currency and want economic edge on the other countries having cheaper currency, all right, then this is going to be a disaster for his political career. All right. So simply, Turkey is under economic war, and they are having war with the US. All right, so let's move on, guys. We are almost above, you know, 2 hours or two and a half. Let's finish that. So UK oil. UK oil, same analysis like I have done on the US oil. All right. Natural gas is driving down. Okay. Yeah, I will ignore this. I don't see setup over there. All right, so US indices very much like the S&P 500 bottom. Yeah, one more lower time frame moving averages like I have shown you on the S&P 500. All right, so Dow, German 30 is also same. German 30 can slightly drop. Okay, slightly can go lower before we're gonna have, you know, bottom over there. So UK 100 index, same analysis. My analysis on the indices is very much same. I'm showing same pattern, expanding triangle. All right, gold. Okay, gold is dropping from the top. All right, so let's just go straight away to the 4-hour time frame. Let's pull out moving averages, make it simple. All right, and you are looking that expanding triangle formation to hold. Okay, we may see another leg higher. Price can, struggle. Okay, there you are looking it to hold and continue its trend. Okay, breakout is also possible and it can drag lower. So stick to that for our moving averages correction. Right. So silver, I'm gonna ignore it. Not a best chart right now. Okay, in the previous weekly market outlook, I have shown that daily to break down. All right, so it's breaking down. It can drag more lower, but this is not a chart you should, follow right now. Copper to drag more lower and find out its floor there. All right, not a best chart right now. All right, and just break down, test that, and we may see another leg higher. Okay, right now these are the charts where we are neutral right now. Okay, so lumber, yeah, where we may see, longer term drop on these charts. Okay, because these are, these charts are driving the inflation higher. So Fed started to fight with the inflation, and we may see longer term weekly drop on these charts. Okay, so cotton already started to drag lower. They may draw for a big time. All right, when I say big time, that means big time. Okay, so these were the major commodities which were driving the inflation higher. Now Fed is going against the inflation. All right, they don't want inflation, and then these gonna drop. So if you are trading on these features, you can trade. All right, and trade with care, by the way. All right, so that's what I'm looking for. All right, so wheat also gonna go down for big time. All right, so there we can see wheat is almost tested that previous top, 2012 top. Okay, and already started to drag lower. Okay, drag for a big time. Correction is already appearing over there on 4-hour time frame. Sharp sell off all the way back to that low, or push up for another leg and then drop. All right, so commodity index greens. Okay, this is also drag lower back to that floor. All right, so these are the charts. Okay, these 10-year yields, very important chart. I was talking about that, telling the other day that they're gonna drop. No, they are dropping. So 10-year yield to drop all the way back to that low. All right, so 10-year yield on the New Zealand bonds to drop to, okay, at least go that much low. All right, and the yield on Australian dollar 10-year yield is also dropping. I'm expecting it to go much lower. All right, just simply keep following the lower 1-hour time frame, 4-hour time frame to 1-hour time frame to 4-hour time frame moving averages. Simple analysis. Okay, so this to drop to back to that low. All right, and if I'm gonna pull out the Russell, okay, same analysis like the S&P 500, expanding triangle. All right, again, analysis is very much simple. 1-hour time frame moving averages, price to stay below that and keep dragging lower all the way back to that expanding triangle formation. Okay, for correction is already appearing over there. If you're trading on that, okay, so stay below those moving averages, and that's the target for buy the dip opportunity. Obviously you're gonna buy after having price action, not gonna buy blindly. So okay, so this is also dropping. It can slightly drag more lower. So buy the dip is not ready on the US Russell to 2,000. Okay, as other needs to drop first. Okay, so slightly can go below that before we're gonna have a buy the dip opportunity on them. Same goes with the Russell 3000. Same expanding triangle formation everywhere. That to finish. Okay, so Euro stock 2 daily correction is just appearing, or 4-hour time frame correction is just appearing over there. Right, that to breakout 2. Right, that to breakout 2 and drag lower. Come on. Okay, if I'm gonna look at this chart and that correction to breakdown, right, and this move. All right, and Frankfurt T, same analysis, expanding triangle formation, tag the floor, and then we may see a buy the dip opportunity. All right, so same analysis there. All right, on lower time frame. Yeah, so I'm gonna ignore that, and I'm gonna look at the cryptocurrencies. Crypto is just simply crashing, not not a good sign for the buyers. Okay, so I'm gonna ignore that. ADA is just simply dragging more lower. All right, so ADA can go all the way back to about to tag that low. All right, so this is the low which I have just shown you on the Bitcoin. Okay, so ADA is just about to tag that, and there we may see a buy the dip opportunity. Okay, it can hold that. It can hold that previous price one. Okay, and we may see a buy opportunity. This is not ready yet. All right, and if you are looking to buy it, just expanding triangle formation. All right, that one. Okay, it to hold first and then go higher. Lona Tether crashed. Yeah, I was expecting it to drop from 57. Okay, and it held the trend and then crashed. Slightly went higher and then crashed all the way back to that 30. Removed more than 50% of its value and then went higher. So I don't see this to continue its trend. I still see that this is going to drop as the rest of the Bitcoin, the rest of the cryptocurrencies are dropping. If you are trading, you can look for this to go all the way back to that low or up to this low. Okay, so sand, as said last week, is going to drop. All right, so sand needs to go into sand. All right, and all the way back to that low. All right, we still may see another push up all the way back to this previous top. I'm not anticipating. All right, I'm anticipating this to just keep dragging lower. All right, so many coins they pumped, all right, and now they are going back to, they are being dumped. All right, and I'm expecting them to just go down to, all right, so request network to go down to, not expecting breakout. All right, and simply expecting it to just slowly keep dragging lower and then give us a buy opportunity over there. So yeah, so GTX is also going back to the floor. I think last week I was talking about it, that the SAN and GTX, they're gonna fall. They are falling. Coscos is also falling. All right, so breakout can happen, but I'm not anticipating right now as Bitcoin is falling. All right, so it can drag lower slowly, and then can find its floor over there before we're gonna have buy opportunity. So trend is bearish. This is also dragging lower. Okay, and drag lower to up to the trend line. Bitcoin we have already seen. Dogecoin to drag more lower up to this previous low, and there we may see longer term buying opportunities on the Doge. All right, so these are the prices you are looking to accumulate. Dogecoin, told you that this is not going to continue. Many coins have done that, all right, based on the news, the pump, and now they are being dumped. FOMO coins. All right, so there we may see longer term buy. Okay, this is the price you should target for longer term buy for 04 or 007 for longer term. There you may accumulate. All right, so Dogecoin still gonna be a good coin to accumulate for longer term on these lows. Okay, so still may take a lot of time to go over there. Maybe a lot of time for upside. Okay, not for downside. As Bitcoin is dropping, it may drop all the way back to these lows. Okay, and that can happen sideways market before going to continue its trend for upside. All right, So all right, so I'm gonna ignore. This is also dropping. All right, and this is also dropping. Just keep dropping all the way back to that low. All right, this is also dropping and continue its trend. I think it's on a 8-hour time frame. Not this. Okay, I sure maybe not this chart. All right, so dot. So this is to just keep dragging lower, and OITA also drag lower. This is the price. All right, so go all the way up to this low 57. There we may find a bottom. Okay, for buy this triangle. All right, this floor. All right, this floor for buy. We may see buying opportunity over there at 50 or 57 areas on OITA. Right, so dot is also going to be a buy opportunity. Okay, at this area, but still continuation is there on lower time frame. Let's look at some interesting thing. 8-hour time frame and there was a chart on 8-hour time. There is the chart. You know, crypto market is so red. Hardly figure it out. Where is the chart? I posted that chart. Look at this. Look at this comment. Okay, when you look at that, he was buying over there. I bought more dot at discount price this morning on 16th of November. Hope he sold that. All right. Hope he sold that. And you know, those who are buying cryptocurrencies, all right, regardless of understanding why market is going higher, all right, they think that it is not going to drop. The drops are not going to come, and when drop comes, they start to freak out. All right, so we see many coins goes higher every day, and then the next day they goes down. All right, so short sellers come in and they start squeezing coins back to the bottom. They are making a lot of, you know, return on the coins. Buyers are not making. Those who are buying, they are not making. They are making tons of money. All right, they are making. Those who are sellers, okay, they are not making tons of money. They are actually making opportunities every day for sellers. All right, because these coins are not maintaining their trends for long term for upside. Every coins which goes higher every day, we see that coins goes higher, sellers start coming in and they squeeze back those charts to zero. All right, so continue hold, and then we may see, you know, more upside. All right, so Litecoin also test that previous bottom. XRP also test that previous bottom. All right, and you know, gonna be a 50 cent. All right, 50 cent is gonna be a price, or 40 cent, 45 within these areas. Shiba also dragging lower. Shiba made its move. It was in the headlines, like Dogecoin. Okay, like the way Dogecoin went higher, everyone was, you know, everyone is talking everywhere. They were talking on the TikTok and there, buy Shiba. So Shiba got a lot of supply. How it's gonna continue its trend for more upside? All right, and you need a lot of money to keep that trend. So it's going down again, back to that bottom. All right. So yeah, this to go down to the exchange, keep dragging slowly lower. GTX also down. Okay, find its floor there, and then we may see, you know, again some buying over there back to this top, or maybe high. Let's just finish here. I think enough for this week, so I'm not going to look at the stock or on the major stocks. All right, they are also under pressure. While the indices under pressure, stock also gonna go lower and gonna form the buy the dip opportunities. Okay, so Tesla is also dropping. I have shown you before that the Tesla gonna drop. Tesla is dropping right now. Elon Musk sold his shares. That means he's not happy. He knows what you don't know. All right, when insiders sell, all right, when insiders sell their shares, all right, that means price is not going to maintain its trend. Okay, drop is going to come. They know more than the others. Okay, so it's going down, and it's going down more. Okay, so thank you very much. We'll see you back again in another, you know, weekly market outlook. Today session was almost 3 hours, and hopefully you have learned something, all right, and prepared for the setups for the next week. So all right, so thank you. We'll see you back again in another set up until then. Bye. So sorry guys, we run out of time. We ran out of time, all right, and don't have enough time to look at your questions. Okay, so we'll talk about that next week. Until then, bye.